Wileyverse. I am Wiley, the GM here. We are playing Savage Rifts. Techno-fantasy, post-apocalyptic, crazy mashup game. With me, as always, is Mitch playing the Mitch playing the, well, now I guess, is still apropos, Glitter Boy Plato with his AI daughter?
Sort of.
Sugar? In his suit. And Dayton playing the dog boy, Beethoven.
He's a good boy.
He is a good boy, and he is now a good boy in power armor.
That's right.
So
He's a powerful good boy.
He is in a Triax Super Soldier, aka the Can Opener, power armor. It's meant to get in close and rip open robot vehicles and other vehicles.
Do you have a picture of that? I've never seen the Triax power armor.
I'm not sure. It's not in the book.
Oh, it's okay with that. Let's just move on.
But we can find it. Probably find it on your phone. So our group has just finished the second campaign of this game. They have successfully defended Castle Refuge from the shifter forces that were sent to it from the City of Brass and the True Federation of Magic. There was a bunch of demons, there was a bunch of broadkill and gargoyles and summoned monsters from all over the place that were attacking the Ozarks, attacking Castle Refuge and its outlying towns and communities that were under its protection and were its allies. They have taken out the shifter, routed both the gargoyles and the broadkill, though there are still a lot of broadkill still in the area that they're mopping up and dealing with.
Is it?
Yep.
That's gonna be. Oh, there it is.
Yeah. So that thing, the shoulder launchers and the leg launchers shoot these fusion missiles, which actually stick to armors and then just melt right through them.
But not glitter boys.
It can do it too, but just not as well. Not as well.
Critical fail. No, your turn.
So the group, during their last adventure, the shifter was out shifting, summoning various demonic forces through rifts to bolster its might. When he opened up a rift that let in a Splugorth raiding party. The group has decided that they're going to stick around at Castle Refuge before jumping off into the next campaign and deal with the Splugorth. So, that is where we are starting.
I feel like now's the perfect time to be like, we changed our mind, let's go to Kansas. What? No!
If you want to,
No.
I'm okay either.
No, I'm just teasing you because we've had a lot of discussion about sticking around for this Splugorth.
Yes. Alright.
On second thought, no.
Yeah. Well, on second thought, we're not going to do that.
Tell you what, it's just Shamarians, no. Splugorth, no.
No, none of that.
Write more, throw it away. Put your game in the garbage. Dungeon.
Well, I've already gotten the stuff written for the next part. I mean, you're going back to Kansas, which I know very well. I'm pretty excited to explain my Kansas, to the group thing. GT!
Hey.
It's time to splat the Splugorth. It's just fun to say, and I'm going to say it a lot.
Splugorth.
Splugorth.
By the end of it, it's not going to sound like a word anymore. It's not a word right now.
Give me
What's up? Is that the glass?
That's the goalie one. I got the hockey ones too.
Nice. Pretty clean looking.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, my brother's here. He's showing us stuff.
And I got numbers for you for later on.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, you guys got pulled back out of the theme park after they sent forces in to start taking on the broadkill, see what the situation was. There's some conflicts going on. They liberated some of the slave people they had encamped there, and then they blew it up. They used one of their ordnance to take it out. It's been now probably 3 weeks since you took out the shifter. You've rested, recuperated, rearmed, repaired, but you've also been helping out with what's left of the broadkill as they're part of them are running, part of them are just going crazy and attacking anything they can. Like, without leadership, they're running rampant. So you've been dealing with that.
Use your sack. Use your sack.
Use my sack.
Is it Genesis 3:16? Rejoice in the Lord, for I have given you treasures in your sack.
With your major role that you played in taking out the shifter and dealing with that threat and aiding, you've pretty much become like top operatives for the place, for Castle Refuge.
A broadkill killing machine.
And I mean, you've tracked down the gargoyle lords and destroyed entire mines and taken out their entire infrastructure, found the shifter, took him out. Like, you guys are pros, and they realize that.
Fought roller
In
coaster
fact-
monsters.
In fact,
Just
Beethoven
Just one roll.
Beethoven is literally legendary.
Ooh, did you make it?
He is
Yeah.
legendary. As in Rifts has Savage Worlds has brackets that characters are in, starting with seasoned, veteran, was it heroic, and then legendary.
Like,
So,
I just hit veteran. Like, he's been around the world.
he's been around
Yeah.
a while. His name is getting known out there. The general and command staff for the defense and combat operations invite you all to a briefing. They would love to have your input. This next phase affects you, so if you want to attend, you can. If not, don't worry about it. We'll let you know what we need you to do.
Beethoven's like, put these girls down. See girls later.
Just don't call them bitches.
I was like,
They don't like that. It may be accurate for your race, but it's not PC.
Do you still have the pencil under there for seasoned? That's great. Dayton is currently writing legendary on his character sheet. It's a great day. What a great day. That's neat.
feels good.
Yeah, I bet. My character blowed up.
So you're getting to see, like, you've been at Castle Refuge for a little bit, and you know some of these people. You've never really kind of been... You've been exposed to most all of these, as they are the combat staff and your glitter boy. But you're meeting a lot of these for the first time. So I'll go through some of these. So the general and command staff for the defense and combat operations of Castle Refuge, it's led by General Magruder. So there is a High Defender who is the woman that led all the dwarves and found Castle Refuge. They wanted her to be in charge of everything. They wanted her to be, queen of the castle, but she refused. She is just kind of like the operations manager, and then she has councils that deal with the day-to-day runnings. So she appointed Hank Magruder, who is an old Glitter Boy driver. His injuries have taken him out, and he has since passed his Glitter Boy armor on to his squire. But he used to travel and be one of Lord Coke's, the main Cyber Knight. Used to be one of his
Glitter boys.
Partners. Like he was in his party that roved around and did all that stuff. Actually, he still does have his Glitter Boy suit, and he tries to keep up with it, but he mainly is in a administrative role now, command role. Then there's Colonel Anila Dorsine. She is the chief of staff, powerfully built DB with aqua-colored fur, 4 arms. She has extensive cybernetics. She had sustained a lot of injuries, so she has extensive cybernetics to combat or to fix her, to deal with those battle injuries. Major Albert Deschens is an intelligence officer. He's a techno-wizard. He's pretty ruthless. He's known for his just no-nonsense, get the job done, efficiency, and he kind of looks everything like an engineer. Major Nola Cheney is the logistics officer. Very efficient woman. She sees to the everyday needs of all the people. She's the ones that you go to get your restock and resupply, your accommodations, all that stuff. Of course, you guys know Bob. Major Robert O'Neill. He is the security officer, so he deals with the actual security of the castle itself. Captain Vince Waller is communications officer, a ley line walker, so he deals with both technological and mystical communications. You also know Elle of Owls, who handles the operatives like your group. And Sergeant Major Ragnar Thunderaxe, one of the original dwarves that settled here. He has cybernetics because of injuries sustained in battle, but he is like the epitome of a dwarven soldier. So, they're all getting together, and they're going over the intelligence briefing of what they know about the Splugorth and what's going on. Besides them and their attendants, you all are there. There's a couple other prominent operatives that you have seen around the castle and know of. Honeycomb is there as well. But also, surprisingly, is Oriana. If you remember, Oriana is the blind warrior woman that was in the mines with you. So she was one of the people of that town that got captured in the quarry. And she has a prominent position because they're talking about Splugorth, and she used to be a slave for the Splugorth. So
she's going to tell us how to get caught.
Maybe.
I don't want to go that route.
So you find out that the rift that the shifter opened is still open. And it's being held open by something. So the Splugorth have set someone there to keep the door open back to their own dimension. They have set up a base of operations around that rift, all powered by the ley lines and the Nexus itself. So there's defenses, fortifications. They have sent 2 teams. One, a scout in Titan flying power armor to try to survey the land, and another covert ops team. Neither of them returned. From what data they gathered and were able to transmit or leave behind before getting wiped out is that it's heavily fortified. There are magically created structures and magically created empowered structures and defenses, and that it's pretty much a little camp and fortress set up around. The last thing from the Titan flying power armor pilot is that there's something on the other side of the rift that is defending it as well. So
Like defending the base through
the rift. And it's something massive. It can't fit through the rift itself. So it's just sitting there attacking anything that would come near.
So when we talk about the physicalities of the rift, is it kind of like if I was on one side, I wouldn't be able to see it. On the other side, it looks like a tear.
No, it looks both ways. So if you're on one side, you're looking this way through it. If you were to go to the other side, you would actually look that way through it. So if you come from behind it, imagine if it's here, just sitting in this room. If I'm looking through it here, I see the bookcases. If I'm looking through it here, I see the window.
So if there's something on the other side attacking it, though, so here's the rift, and something is sitting here, firing out of it. If I go to this side of the rift, what do I see?
You'll see whatever else is in that area. You won't see it. It won't be able to see you. But so essentially, let's say this thing is sitting here, looking. When you look at it from this way, it sees you. It shoots you. If you're looking at it on our plane from this way, you're in the same spot as it. You're looking. Oh, okay. You're looking at the rest of the.
You're looking at what they would be firing at
if that rift wasn't there.
Gotcha. Okay, that's a better description. Yeah. Perfect. Okay, cool.
So, and they didn't look at it from the other way, so there could be something else defending it from that way.
It would make
sense. They could have
sense.
fortified it up on the back. You don't know. Anyway, they know that there's possibly from what you gathered in the images from your suits, there's a High Lord. A High Lord is probably manning the base and dealing with all the
Is he the hover
logistics.
platform thing?
No, those are slavers. So a High Lord.
This is what.
It's right here.
Yeah, this is what I'm. Come on. There we go.
Oh yeah. So there are a bunch of those.
Slavers.
Yeah.
Blue Gore slavers.
The High Lords. I think they're called High Lords. There's Power Lords, High Lords, and another type of Lord.
Atlantis. That's Beethoven's favorite place.
Oh
Oh wait, I'm thinking of Shumeria.
Overlord. It might be an Overlord. Let me find out. Nope, it is a High Lord.
As you do the reverse there.
This guy.
So,
There he is.
heavily augmented with bio-wizardry, also has multiple magical items, technological items, techno-wizardry, and bio-wizardry items. They are right underneath the Splugorth intelligences themselves, and they handle the day-to-day goings-on of the Splugorth Empire. So there's a High Lord, which you saw. He was the one that was standing at the gate, leading the group through. Outside of that, you know that they've got at least 1,000, if not more now, of slave legionnaires. These are people that have been enslaved through bio-wizardry. Normally these little leech or head grabber type things that they put on them so that they can command and control them. Subvert their will completely. They arm them up. Pretty much don't really care too much about armor. If you want to kill your own people, then they don't give a crap. They're just there for fodder. You got slavers. You had the Katani, which were in those power armors that looked like centaurs and serpent men. Slavers, power lords, and then several other types of minions, including, I can't remember what they're called, but they're these weird bio creatures, not very human-like. The Metzla. Yeah. So the Metzla look like, they can look like all kinds of things. They look like insects floating.
You should be able to get that one on your camera. It's almost coming in.
Yeah.
Hold still. Oh, it's way blown out.
Yeah, because of this. They can look like that. They can look like these weird insect things, but they can also look like this. Like, they're just bio monstrosities. And there's a bunch of those as well. So, these things have been terrorizing the territory. They've taken at least 500 to 1,000 slaves and killed more than that in the region.
I think it would be the easiest would probably be just to take out all the slaves.
Just kill the people.
There. Now you have nothing. Go away.
So there are two trains of thought on what to do. So they ain't gonna lie. Magruder comes right out and says it. The war with the shifter has drained and spread out the resources of Castle Refuge. They have no more heavy ordnance, no more rockets. So they can't just do a strike and try to hit the main camp outside of the rift. If that would even work, there's probably some big mystical barrier around it by now. Money is tight. You know, they've been spending a lot of money fixing armors and reloading.
Paying us.
No, they paid you, and that's fine, but it's like, it's going to take them a while to recuperate and refill their coffers and get their battalions back up to snuff. It's just been, you know, a campaign of attrition while you guys were going out and taking out the leadership. They were out at every town that they've made a pact with, which is way more than they really have troops to support. You know, just getting raided and whittled down. So going right back into an extended conflict isn't the greatest idea. So there's two camps of thought. One camp is these people are here on business. They come here, they get slaves, they take them back to the market, and they sell them. There's a certain point in time where they're going to leave. That's what they're going to do. Because they're going to get their fill, have their quota. They only have so many of those things that can latch onto heads and take over slaves, so many cages, so many handcuffs that they can take these people back with. And as long as there's resistance, they're not going to set up a permanent camp. So eventually they're going to leave. That time can be accelerated if you make it more costly for them. There's going to be a point where they're like, okay, this is getting too expensive for what we've got. We need to cut our losses and go take what we got and sell it and make our money back. The other thought is you can't let these people take the people that have already been taken, let alone more. So there's one group that wants to try to infiltrate and take down the High Lord, shut the gate, take down their base of operations, and then wage a campaign against them to free the slaves and eliminate them. There's another that wants to just do as much damage to them and their raiding parties as possible to get them to leave sooner, before they have a chance to get any more.
We had this problem in Kingdom of Worth down in Texas for a while. We all ended up having to run and save what we could. I've seen it before. It worked. It's horrible, but it would be the quickest, easiest way to get them to go away. Would be to just shoot all the slavers as much as possible until they run, even if they take some of our guys or some of our guys die. It's greater good. But I don't care for the sound of it. It sounds cold. And I've already had to do it once.
You gonna have an issue doing it again?
I reckon I could do it again.
Okay.
Don't ask me twice.
Shawnee is of the mind that, she's dealt with this Bluegorth her entire life. They're her nemesis. You just need to get them out of here.
Yeah.
Longer they stay, you can pretty much already consider everyone they've taken a casualty.
That's, as much as I hate to say it, I'd rather die than be a slave. So if we can save them, we can. If we can't, put them out of their misery.
So the debate rages on.
Other Gruder boys, don't listen.
The debate, actually, Magruder's on your side as well. Magruder, as much as he wants to save people, he's looking at the logistics of it. You guys don't have the manpower to do it without leaving yourself highly vulnerable. You just took out the shifter from the city of Brass, and you have no idea if they're going to try to retaliate. Like, they could be sending down another army right now.
Yeah.
So,
what do you think?
I agree. We should probably just go out and take down whatever small posts or anything that we can to make
go
them
in hot, shoot
reconsider.
like crazy. So if we were going to go in and attack, are we attacking slavers? Are we attacking guard posts? Like, what is it that we're attacking that's going to do the most damage?
we'll get to the logistics of missions in a second. The debate rages on. They take your points into consideration. They hold a vote, and the vote is that they do have to cut their losses and just get these things out of here, get these things to leave, get that ripped shut, get them to go home. The council adjourns. Preparations start happening to fulfill that. Team Elevals is now putting together teams to make precise strikes where they know slavers are at. And she calls you in specifically, and like you guys, yep. And it's like, and with Oriana there, she's like, I know we've asked a lot of you, but we need to continue to do so because, well, you're really good at your jobs. we want you...
Stop it some more.
Stop it, give me some more. We want you to head this operation. Specifically, we're going to need more intel than we have. We know the last location of a slaver. Slaver's party and group that attacked a town. We want you to track it down.
I thought you were starting to see like Slaver's Party, and you took a big break, and I was like, good for them.
Yeah.
Like we're looking for a rager.
We would like you to take it down, but we have a stipulation. We want you to rescue the Altera warrior women that are on the barge. So the 4 to 6 women that are on the floating barge with them, we want alive. From what Oriana has told us, there is a pretty high silent majority that do not like their servitude to the Splugorth, but they're also with the slavers all the time.
Yeah.
They know the ins and the outs. They'll be able to give us intel on all their movements and how they're going about this raid. Obviously, if you can't save them all, then you can't save them all. Don't think that they're not going to try to fight to the death as long as that slaver is alive, though. So don't take their resistance as a sign of their unwillingness to be turned to our cause.
So shoot him in the legs. I think if we take down the barge, we might be able to rescue those girls pretty easily.
It's hard to take down the barge without taking down the girls, though. Like, you couldn't shoot the barge and not kill the girls.
I could try.
We are authorizing some special gear for this. We have stun grenades that you can utilize, as well as smoke grenades if you need them for obscuring the area.
Stun grenades, make pussy grenades. We also have neural maces, shock maces, both sized for your power armors. Sweet.
Oh, he does have something with a bit more precision now. He is now carrying around a light vehicular laser rifle.
It's a vehicle-mounted light laser.
Yeah.
I'm carrying it like a gun.
So he's got that.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
And with the help of Sugar and the artificers of the castle, it is linked up to his reactor core, so it's powered by his suit.
The ammo looks like a sideways 8.
Cool.
So there's no low ammo counter.
Beethoven is now in his power armor, which also has an automatic grenade launcher with a feed switcher, so he can go back and forth from different grenade types.
So you mean automatic grenade launcher, like you can shoot automatically, or is it like
Correct.
you see things, it's like thunk?
It just fires.
Auto grenade. Damn it!
It fires full auto.
How you doing, thunk? How's your grandma doing? Oh, she's dead.
Whoops.
Also,
Forgot to turn off the automatic.
Shawnee now has a more amplified version of her armor ability, which is more permanent. She's carrying around a ice shotgun, TK Techno-Wizard ice shotgun for close encounters.
Witch's Bane.
She get a new tattoo or no?
She did get a new tattoo. It looks like a storm rolling in over a horizon on her, kind of across her abdomen.
Oh, so it's like a moody tattoo.
Yes, so emo.
She turns it on and she picks a fight for no reason.
Yeah.
Do you remember that thing you said last week?
Damn it.
Who invited Shani?
It is weather control. So, call lightning, rain, winds. She can do all kinds of stuff.
Let's go take out a
Fog?
She can obscure area. Everyone here can obscure area.
It's super useful. I
I forgot
started
to
to
talk about your other type of grenades is smoke, which includes you can have smoke, IR smoke, and dark smoke. So I know it's weird to say. So smoke is smoke.
dark smoke.
IR smoke affects sensors, so you can't see it through it with low light or heat thermal sensors from technology. And dark smoke is meant to stop magical sight. So see invisibility, dark sight, all of that kind of stuff can't see through dark smoke. Which Atlanta? Shawnee got some new tattoos. The thing, the technology, not the technology video. Undead Slayer. And she has a new, more powerful armor version that she can keep going for longer. It's basically a permanent armor.
And she's carrying a Techno Wizard
shotgun, which has been modified to fire a spread of ice shards or a single ice spike up to a longer range.
I love my ice shotgun.
This thing was brutal.
I got that for free for like a high roll for my level or something like
Yeah,
that.
it was on the hero's journey charts.
Oh, that's right.
You picked a weapon.
That's right.
And it gave you a
And I like never used it, and the one time I used it, it was like just
the 3 times you used it, like you killed 3 witches, one shot each.
And then I never used it again.
Well, I
So
never
was
played again.
And I like make missiles and stuff. Rocket belt.
Rocket belt. All right. So she asks if you're down. If you, this is your mission. If you choose to accept it. I mean, you've all enlisted with them, but they still, treat you like the mercenary heroes you are.
Let's go for a walk. Let's go for a walk. You wanna go for a walk?
Come on, let's go for a walk. Walkies, get your leash.
I'm gonna shoot one of my automatic grenades at you.
What's walkies? No, walkies is the key word.
Yeah, it's good boy. Every time you say good boy, I'm not gonna shoot you in the
Good
face
boy.
with a grenade.
Every time someone says obscure area uselessly. Obscure area for real? No. Oh,
Damn it.
Alright, let's do it. Let's go
All right.
kill some Splugor's barge.
Yeah.
So they give you the location, which is a town east of the castle. It was just hit like within 8 hours. They had folks that saw the slave barge go off, and they've also had folks that have been tailing it as best they can. So you need to go to the town to hook up with the people that know where the tails are for it.
Is our homie giving us a ride?
Yes, he is.
Honeycomb is taking. Or is it
Not Honeycomb.
Jimbo?
Jimbo.
The Evan Rude.
Y'all hit up on the Everwood, each other nice quick, alright? Now, I ain't going nowhere near a slave barge, though. Fuck that. I ain't going that way. Not going to see me on the open market. This piece of slab right here, and they don't have enough money for me.
Let's do it.
Alright. You hop in the Phantom, the Evinrude, and
I like how the actual name of the ship is awesome. Evan Rude. It's got a boat motor painted on the side of it.
whizzing on ships. Remington Steel. So yep, you pile in. You got all your gear. You got your new stuff. Your shiny new power armors and such.
Check it out. I'm kind of like you now.
And
Except dumber.
Shawnee just armor's right up. Off you go.
Don't look at my character sheet.
Wear some shoes. You fly out to the town. Currently out there is Coda, leading a small protection force to defend it.
I was like, also like a zombie infestation.
No.
It's a zombie pandemic.
Coda, the first cyber knight you
No,
met
I know,
when
I
you
know.
came here. Oh, I'm sorry, you didn't meet her.
I was busy doing other cool stuff.
You know her though.
Yeah.
So
jerking off on your armor, wiping it off afterwards.
Wow.
Maybe.
Well, maybe.
Kinda.
Yeah, kinda.
I like the streaks it makes and the shine.
Just buff it in. It's good to go.
So I have scouts. They have the slave barge is headed north. She gives you the indicators to look for. Eventually, you'll be able to get into radio communication range with them. But she tells you how to look for their tracking signals, which is pretty easy for you to do. So make a tracking roll.
What you know?
That's not very good.
4.
That's enough. They're leaving stuff specifically for other people to find. So you start heading through the forests. This is kind of at the ass end of the Ozarks, so it's got some foothilly areas, ups and downs, but you guys are trucking along because you're almost all in power armors and such now. So eventually you do hear their little signal coming through on the radio, and you're able to catch up to them. They say that they have spotted, or they've kept eyes on it, though it's really tough because of the floating eyeballs that surround the barge that can see movement, heat, life signals, all kinds of stuff. So they've had to stay like a mile out. When you get up to them, there's the small kind of canyon that the Spligrowth are going through with their slaves and troops in tow.
So we're on top of the hill looking down.
You're on the top of the canyon looking down. You're still a mile out from where the Spligrowth are. You've just met up with the scouts. They say, like, yeah, a mile that way. If you stick to the top, you'll have advantage of height and hopefully surprise. Don't expect too much surprise, though. The eyeballs that float around the barge really can see anything. They'll probably see you coming and be prepared for you. Another thing we saw, we don't know the exact composition, but there was some type of heavy artillery or robot, something that was supporting them when they attacked the town. No one saw what it was, though. It was powerful enough that it could stay in the tree line and just fire into the town. So they have something heavy with them.
Perfect.
It's a shiny boy. I got this.
So I'm open up some cans.
They've got probably 50 or 60 slave legion with them. We don't think they have been able to enslave the folks that they took, so those people are still going to be in cages, essentially. They're floating kind of containers that they just pack them all in, and they float around the barge. We have seen this before, and they are not... They will absolutely use them as shields to try to stop you from shooting at them.
Well, let's go take a look.
Good luck. We're going to stay nearby so that you can communicate through us and send any messages back you need. Coda is available for support if need be, but she is also worried about a secondary attack, as that is a common tactic of theirs.
Yeah.
To attack with one slave unit. Once you try to follow that or try to head out to get your people back, they hit it with a second one.
Has Jimbo and our transport stayed back at the town? Not
Yes.
come with us to
He
the
is
scouts,
not.
right?
Remember that part where we went to meet the other
Yeah.
Like just that. Just calm down.
Alright, so I guess we move along the ridge of this canyon.
Yep.
Take a look.
Hopefully we can get eyes on them before they get eyes on us.
I'll stay slightly on the other
Yeah,
side.
so you're not just
so
up there
shiny.
gleaming.
Yeah, right. Not shiny. Maybe you can take a couple sniper pot shots at some of the slavers in the barge.
As I At this point, Shawnee's the only one that could probably remain closer to the edge. Probably has to be like her, then me, then you. Not that I'm shiny, but
What's the whole
I'm.
You're 10 foot, no, 12 foot tall now,
fucking-
almost. Yeah.
I'm
10
fucking
foot.
huge.
8 foot naturally, 10 foot in your armor. Alright, so.
Glitter Boy's never impressed by Bales's armor. Yeah, it's cool, whatever. Spider tank.
Meanwhile, I'm like,
Look how dull it is.
Notice checks. Also, if you're just going to stay off the ridge, I'm assuming. So anyone that's trying to, you're going to notice checks are going to be just based off of your sensors. But you're not going to have to make a stealth check because you're not in view. You and Shawnee will have to make stealth checks and notice checks.
was that a 9 I
Yeah.
saw?
9.
Yes.
Which isn't possible on a D8, so 8. So 14 instead. Sorry. Is it a 9? Yeah, it was. Which is not possible on a D8.
What'd you roll, a D10?
Yeah,
Or D12?
I rolled a D10.
You gotta make a stealth check too, you said?
Yes.
Alright. We won't talk about my notice check. Wasn't. Was a 3.
I notice how cool your armor is.
That's all I care about right now. Dear God.
Knowledge.
There we go.
Alright, well, you know, my stealth is.
6,
My
12.
stealth game's on point.
14.
14.
As quiet as you could possibly be.
Yeah. So you're running along. Shawnee's up on the ridge. You got a what with your
14 from
14?
notice,
She got a 17 with her notice. So
What's going on, guys?
um,
Someone let me know.
We see other dimensions. You like learn what the color green is.
look,
Guys, there's a misplaced rock. I don't think that was like that 10 minutes ago.
We weren't here to.
with Sugar using some isolation techniques, she cancels out, or she's monitoring and canceling out ambient noise. So you start hearing the oddities of a large group going through the canyon, and she's starting to like pinpoint on your little tracker where those noises are coming from. So kind of like in your little top-down view of the map area, you see like what is the trail of this caravan, this slaver raid party. Obviously, there's a high concentration, which is probably where the barge is. It's in the middle of the canyon, surrounded by troops and fodder. There's at least 4 of they're like floating disc cages, which are going to be holding all the slaves in them. They're kept close by the barge. In fact, every once in a while, one of them will move up to the barge itself as the slaver taunts or pokes or casts magic at the people inside and just tortures them. There's a pretty big trail behind the main party, which looks like their rear guard, mostly slaves. You're not seeing whatever this other big thing is, or you're not hearing it. You are seeing little outliers, scouts, little eyeballs that are floating around and such. But one of the big things that you also notice is above the ridgeline, above where the party is, are at least 3 flying things. They're small, probably about the size of vultures. Obviously, not natural creatures of this dimension. Weird, leathery-like wings, no feathers or anything like that. Twin tails coming out, 1 leg, big eye in the center of them, and they're just kind of like swooping around and looking around. So it looks like they're little minion creatures that are trying to keep a lookout up on top of the ridge. It isn't long, as you guys are heading down there, that a apparition, a eyeball, just evil red and black and yellow, just appears above you guys and is looking at you.
Kill it with fire. Let's shoot that thing. You should shoot it though, because if I shoot it, it's like, it already knows we're here.
She can shoot it with her
There's
shotgun.
like 9 options. She can shoot what?
Shoot it with her shotgun.
Yep, do it. Test it out. Break it in.
Why the heck not?
Uh, 11 will hit. She just both barrels puts just a hail of ice shards into it. It's like looking at you all angry. It's, you know, you see it. Its eye like looks at you, looks at her, looks at you, taking you all in, and then the ice shards just tear it to pieces, and it just dissipates into ectoplasmic goo, which then fades into nothingness.
That's the best part about the ice shotgun. Did you hit? Yeah, it's dead. It's like having a boom gun.
But you have been spotted. You know that the things down in the valley or the canyon know that you're here.
Cool story.
Well, is there a spot that looks defensible from where we're at? Like, can we continue a little farther, find a higher ground spot that we can actually continue to fire down as they come after us?
You can find pretty good locations to have a little ridge in front of you, get locked in. You really, like, if they want to continue to keep running, it's going to be tough. Like, you'd have to keep up with them. So you're still behind them. You can spin a couple turrets trying to get in front of them, or you can try to set in now and get a couple shots off on something.
What do you want to do? Sorry if we're boring you.
No. So they know we're here, but they're still ahead of us.
You're still ahead of it. You can flat out, knowing that you don't have to stealth anymore, you can flat out run to try to get a better angle and get ahead of them so that you have more shots. You have to understand that they're not here to fight you. They've got what they came for. All they want to do is get back to base. If they do, you can't follow them.
Well, then to me, what sounds the best is just running at this point and trying to
Get in front.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
All right. You guys start running to get to a more advantaged position and try to head them off, essentially. And that's when the explosives and magic start flying up onto the ridge, trying to hit you. There's fear disadvantage to hit you. They're indirect fire, well, kind of. Indirect fire, and you, kind of. And you have cover from the ridge line, from the canyon top, because you're not, just looking straight down at them. So, here comes the rain.
Here comes the rain again. Falling on my head like a memory. It's a lot of damage dice.
So it's just a barrage of various things, from what's obviously grenades and other ordnance, high explosive fragmentation. But then there's a couple other weird things, like balls of force and acid splashes and weird magic that's being thrown up here too. They have all kinds of crazy stuff that they're lobbing at you. You're getting hit with a 17 damage, AP 6.
Oh, yeah.
So your armor is 18?
Mm-hmm.
Minus 6 would be 12. So 17 damage would be
5. So
yeah,
1 hit.
shaken with a wound, unless you want to soak.
So we didn't start it yet. Plus you have extra. This is your first little Benny. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
I mean, do whatever you
Roll
want.
it.
Do it.
Vigor.
That's my wild, right?
Yep.
Good, my wild's been saving me this
Yeah,
game.
no
5.
shit.
All right, that takes out the wound, which also takes out the shaken. So you're fine as all this stuff is going on.
Fucking everything else sucks. Wild die.
Shawnee yells out, those things are spotting for them. And you see that those 3 vulture demon creature things are now just kind of like, they're not circling. They're all looking at you, flying like sideways. So they're giving, through whatever bio wizardry connection, these things are looking through those eyes so that they know where to shoot at to hit you.
Let's shoot that things down.
Yeah, what he said. Also, do I still have like my rifle and stuff?
Yes.
Power armors are made to still be able to.
I just wanna make
Most
sure.
weapons can be easily modified
Yeah.
to be fit
You
into
still-
power armor's hand.
You carrying around the railgun might be a bit much, but if you still want your rifle, or do you want? Well, no, you should be able to carry both. Yeah, it'll just take you. At least one of the weapons will have to be stowed. That'll take an entire action to get. You decide which one. Your grenade launcher and one other gun can be readily available.
The railgun will be regularly available. Awesome.
And then you have your fire's breath stowed away.
Yeah.
Fire breather, or whatever it's called.
Dragon thing.
Dragon, that thing.
I just had to make sure. I was like, did I just turn myself into like an only like exploding?
Oh no.
All I can shoot is grenade, guys.
Good
So
luck.
Auto grenade. Twink.
and rockets.
What 4 types of grenades do you have loaded?
Fusion, AP, plasma, frag.
You're not going to put stun in there?
I forgot you gave me stun. For this mission, I have stun instead of frag.
Okay.
A fusion, AP, and plasma.
King 6. King 6. For Plato. Alright, ready for this?
Yeah, are you ready for
Are you
this?
ready for this? Check this out.
Boom. 1, boom, 2, boom.
8.
That's kind of cool.
8 Queen Ace. Ace of Spades, best in the deck, besides Jokers. Now wait, there's more. Shawnee, 6 and a Jack. So she is level-headed now as well.
I got it proved.
So,
So we got like a flat top.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, St. Bernard.
Dirt.
What?
Wow.
Is that the enemy?
The enemy's got the Joker. So, the Slaver and group got the Joker. You would be the first to act, so what is it that you're doing?
I'm firing the railgun on one of those flying things.
Okay. So, as Shawnee is like pointing at them, and then like you're running and lift up your gun, a magical effect goes off, and a shield comes around the 3 things in the sky. So something down below has realized that you're going to try to take out those eyes and is trying to defend them. Good luck.
So am I still shooting?
It's not your turn.
It is.
Oh, Ace. Joker. Oh, they
Yeah.
did not
Just
go
one.
first.
One of theirs went. Someone went first and put up a defense
Gotcha.
to react.
He literally asked me what I'm doing.
Sorry, I misunderstood.
Yep. Go.
You mean like right now?
So I'm shooting. We'll see what happens when, stuff. Okay. What am I doing for shooting?
So you're running,
That's what
but
these-
you've got steady hands and rock and roll and all that kind of cool stuff. So there really isn't anything going on.
Spitfires force.
Technically, you're supposed to take a multi-action penalty for running and doing that, but with all your other shooting abilities. Also, we are not sponsored tonight by Tiny Bottles of Dos Equis, but we're available. Tiny, they're tiny. I feel like I really have really big hands.
7 ounces. Alright. Hey, not bad.
It's not good either.
You don't know what you're talking.
That's a really good roll for you.
I can't tell. Was that the 90?
You
On
can't
that
see it.
one?
It's the edge number. Yep, that's 90.
So 2 9s, a 6, and a 4.
Right. So that's 4 hits, 2 with raises. So pump some damage in the first one. You want to use your raises first, or
Yeah, raises first.
what's the AP?
6.
Okay.
No, the raise gets a.
Extra d6. They are tiny.
So far that's 11.
Yeah. 16.
16.
Okay. Seems to get some resistance and break through a mystical barrier, but yeah, you just put a hunk of metal through that thing's eye and it turns into like just 2 wings like flying off to the side and a puff of gore and blood. Next one.
10, 14.
Okay, that one falls out of the sky.
No. Oh crap, actually both of those were supposed to have +4 and I forgot.
Oh, so then the second one also died.
So the first one really died.
Yeah.
And this one.
Sorry. I forgot. There's a +4. Okay, well there's
Jesus
already
Christ.
14.
Yeah.
Alright, so you don't know if the
21,
shield
25.
protecting it. Pop, pop, pop. All 3 of them, just one hail of railgun fire. Oh.
Very accurate railgun fire.
I did it.
You did.
There's nothing else up there to shoot.
There's nothing else up there to shoot.
So,
I'm
no more rolling for now.
going to go ahead and you go with them now.
After you see what I can do.
Also, let's see. I'm just kidding. No, it wasn't. That's what happens when you become legendary.
I think I actually used something that didn't necessarily come with the suit.
One of the for this last round, essentially, like the last sightings of you, the grenades and explosives are still coming up. One of them hits Shani, though, like you see the dirt and dust and explosion go around her, but she still runs right through it. Seems to be completely unaffected. One is hitting you. Your armor is something insane, right?
Yeah, don't even worry about it.
He doesn't even know. That's,
He doesn't remember.
It's 18.
Plus 18 or 18 total?
Oh, plus 18. My toughness is 29.
Okay. It has AP 7, so it's trying to get through 20. Is that right?
Yeah, my armor is plus 18.
Yeah. So 29, it's trying to get through 22.
How's my toughness 29? It says 11 here, plus 6.
So your toughness there is plus 6, and that's what it gives to your natural toughness.
So my toughness is 11.
Yeah, so your toughness is 11. Then you put a plus 18 armor on top of that.
So
That's
29.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So being in the armor gives you just... You are more resistant to damage yourself,
Yeah.
and that's the plus toughness.
Gotcha.
Then it has its armor protection on top of that. 6, 12. Yeah, that's not going to do anything. You get hit. You hear it go off. Boom. Sugar tells you that no damage. Minor cosmetic scratches.
I'm just kidding. Turn off the low ammo counter. It fired. Is it full? Nope.
stupid.
Something happens. You don't know quite what, but a landslide occurs ahead of you. So the part of the canyon wall, like that you're up on the canyon wall running forward, and then the canyon just landslides down and a whole bunch of earth and everything. You're either going to have to stop there or take an extra turn to go around to keep running forward, or try to jump it. So
I just feel like your wild idea is always tossed in just for me. Or you can do the stupid thing. Stupid thing.
You are next.
I am next.
King.
So, do you want to make our stand here, or do you want to advance?
Yeah, you're still not ahead of it. What are you looking for?
The book I had earlier that with my power armor. Sorry.
Right there.
What do you think? Do you want to keep trying to go ahead?
He has jump jets.
I was like,
So he's going to be able to get over
I can't
easily.
actually possibly
No,
jump.
I can
this.
go around. I'm not worried about that. I'm just saying, do you want to stop here and make a stand, or do you want to continue forward and try to continue trying to cut them off, which is the original plan?
I think we want to keep continuing off. We just took out their eyes,
Alright,
more
so
or less.
I'll begin making my run around the landslide then.
Surf it like a bra. Ride down into the canyon.
Surf it
Take
like
him
a
on head
bra.
on.
Escape from LA, grab a surfboard, ride the tsunami, take out some Nazis. I don't think it's Nazis though, it's gang members. I got ahead of myself. I'll begin my traverse around the landslide. Shawnee?
Yep. Johnny jumps it.
It's like, I guess it depends how tall things are.
Why are you drawing a penis on your character?
Yep, she jumps it.
Because it's funny.
Because it's funny. That is the correct answer, my friend.
Alright.
I didn't write this down earlier because I was like, when the
When
hell?
am I ever going to jump?
When is jumping going to come into play? Oh.
It's like the only other time I ever played this for a few minutes, just like to get a feel for it, I was a full conversion Mantis Borg, and I'd written like everything I could think of down. I played for like 45 minutes at somebody's house one time, and like 30 of that was just putting a character together or whatever. I was walking up the back of somebody's truck, and these enemies were like 36 feet away from me, and I was like, I'm going to jump at them. And the DM was like, I mean, they're 36 feet away, so it's not going to work. I'm like, I can jump laterally like 45 feet. And he's like, what?
I'm a mantis board.
Yeah, he showed him the book, and he's like, holy shit.
It's always fun when you surprise the GM like that. There was 2 cards upside down. Can't have that. No.
Oh, wah, wah.
Man, I am not doing good with the cards today.
Maybe you should have had that energy drink.
Yeah, I'm all twitchy now. Sweating. Woo!
Okay, I didn't get rid of those. I was also wondering if
What?
my power armor had one of the ones that gave you a plus to climbing just in case that was required.
It does, doesn't it?
No, that
No.
one does not.
About a toe inch, so don't worry about that shit anymore.
Queen 5. Not bad. Not bad.
Alright.
At least you're getting a face every time.
I've had worse.
Yeah, that'd be kind of funny.
Oh,
this here.
look at that. 2/8 Joker.
Baby.
Is that a normal thing? I don't know.
Yeah, funny catchphrase.
Babe.
Is this
In the other game,
Wubble
it's
Wub Dub or something like that? Teehee and Nope.
Since your name's Beethoven, you should always be like, this is my finale.
Queen 10 for
this is my finale.
Queen 10 for Shawnee. And
Too bad you can use this Joker to jump over a hole. Should go last. I'll jump over the hole.
you can start like launching grenades, which you blind firing down there.
I hope I
just
don't kill those people we're supposed to rescue.
Now would be the time to do it while I'm not anywhere near you.
No. So if you're not going first, then it's going to be
Would you get a queen?
Queen of Diamonds. So it'd be Shawnee first.
Yeah, I will hold.
Okay.
For now.
Shawnee sprouts wings, and she's like, I'm going to try to get a better view of all this. And goes, flies up and kind of over the canyon to look down on what's going on.
Shawnee, did we tell you could use your wings?
Wow. This guy becomes legendary, and suddenly he's like, Mr. Mom. You get down here right now, young lady.
Just any other mission, like we've always been like, oh, like don't make her spend her fucking points on flying until we really need it.
Every time she does use her powers, like, no,
we need those.
We're gonna use it. Yeah, we need those.
You're ours to be used. You don't think on your own. What are you doing?
She starts calling out tactical information. She says that the barge, she can't see the barge. She thinks it's moved to the far. It's trying to move to the far side of the canyon. There's a lot of tree cover over it. There's a large group of slaves, which seem to be like their slave legions and soldiers, along with a couple weird-looking things that are screening on this edge. That seem to be the ones launching the grenades. She doesn't see whatever magic user took down the wall yet. Also, they're all looking at me, and it looks like they're going to shoot me.
So, can movement be kind of like a free action as I continue forward? Can I do something?
Mm-hmm. It becomes a dual action.
Yeah.
So if you try to take any other action, it's -2.
So let's launch some smoke under Shawnee, kind of blanket, create like a, cover the ridge a little bit.
Yep.
So down in the valley they can't see up at us anymore.
He wants to obscure.
He's obscuring area.
I'm absolutely obscuring area. I just didn't want to say it.
With Sugar at the controls, there's no penalty to that. Like, you just dunk. What type of smoke do you use? Regular or IR or dark?
I don't remember what type of smoke it was.
You can have all three.
Oh, and what are the differences?
So, regular is just regular smoke. Only blocks normal vision.
Oh, infrared.
Infrared blocks thermal and low light, and dark smoke blocks magical.
Only?
It does the same as regular smoke plus magical.
Let's do that one then.
So 3 launches, or do you want a double launch?
No, I'm just gonna do the one.
One volley of smoke to cover underneath Shawnee, and she's got her first view, and she's like, "Oh, thanks." That was a good call. All right. Do you want to do anything before they go?
I'll give a little jump.
I'm jumping rocks, aren't I?
Yeah, you're just
You're jumping over the.
It's like, damn it! Am I really?
You're jumping over the landslide, but
+2.
with what Shawnee has given you and told, like she's like pointing things out and talking about positions. At this 6 o'clock, at this ridge line, at this area, this far away from the canyon wall. She gave you enough that you can try to indirect fire if you want to hit the Legion or the
I'm guessing I would have
Legionnaires.
to kind of like shoot a grenade.
Yeah, you'd have
based
to
on positioning,
right
because I
indirect.
can't see.
You can't
to
see
shoot.
direct. It would be a grenade launch or a missile or throwing one of your discs.
Can we skinny him telemetry from the glitter boy?
You have the same information that she does, but yes, you can. Launch some stuns, launch some high explosive or something, or plasma. Try to burn away some of the foliage.
Set the fucking forest on fire. It would reduce cover and create an avenue they can't enter.
Also, like, besides just shooting down where you know they are, you can try to just launch ahead of them. Like, if you were to launch plasma down the canyon line in front of them, it might stop them or slow them down.
That's what I initially wanted to do with smoke, was shoot it down in front and kind of obscure so they don't know what they're doing beyond, but they turned into the tree line, so...
Yes, GT, you're right. I have turned into that. Sorry. A bit.
Yep.
What if everybody wants to play tank?
Well, once one person's a tank, you kind of have to up the ante
Yeah,
on
right.
everybody.
If he didn't ever tell me that I could have power armor, I would have never thought about it. Then he's like, "Oh, you could do that." I was like,
What?
"Excuse me."
You earned it. You've been around without it for a long time.
Yep.
All right, let's.
The moment you have things gunning for him, you kind of think to yourself, maybe I should put some more armor on.
Let's just try to shoot where these people are at.
So the first line of Legionnaires.
Yeah.
Um,
And plasma.
Plasma.
So you're shooting into the forest line, or
Yeah, so like say Canyon is this, you guys are running along this line. What you think, from what Shining has given you, is that the barge and the main group of the force has moved to the opposite side. They want to get as far away from you as possible. But they put a screen of Legionnaires that are launching grenades and all that shit up at you on this side. So like they're trying to keep people harrying you and
so you're just shooting down.
so
the
he's just shooting right down on
Gotcha.
the lip right next to where you guys are to try to hit these Legionnaires.
Perfect.
Okay.
So you're doing a full auto burst, 3 grenades.
Yeah.
So you're doing indirect fire. You're jumping as well. So you are going to take a -2 for the multi-action, -2 for indirect fire.
This is fucking Space Jam right now.
Right.
This is hot fuzz, dude.
This
Guys,
is hot-
have you ever
Have you ever
jumped through the
jumped
air and
while
shot your
shooting 2
gun?
guns?
His Joker doesn't.
I'm doing it right
His
now.
Joker gives him a +2, so it's going to negate one of those penalties.
Perfect.
So you're only at -2.
Nice. This is the right time to jump shoot.
So because
Right.
because it's rate of fire, like because I'm shooting 3 grenades, it's 3 shooting die.
Yes, 3 shooting dice
Just like
plus your
that.
wild, just like your railgun.
You get an extra shooting dice.
No, I shoot 4 generally with my railgun, so I already got them sitting out.
Quick joy.
Hey, that's a good one. So that one stays, this one. So 4, 6, and
19.
a 19.
4, 6, 19. The 4 misses. 6 hits. 19 hits with a raise.
Alright, let's do the raise.
Now, when I say misses, it means you're not hitting people, but it's still a plasma grenade.
It's still
And-
going to go off.
and
It's
going
not
off.
plasma grenade. Do what they-
Plasma grenade misses. It's just gone from
In
existence.
fact, like even with the 6, people are jumping out of the way because they're seeing the launches come in, but no one's dodging that 19.
Like, is power armor got a tail?
What?
You had them like welded on.
You gotta have the tail articulated tail container. That's for balance.
That's for balance.
So the one with the raise. Alrighty. Well,
Wait, that's the damage for 1?
Yeah, it's
Very
4.
nice.
It's 4d10.
well, it's 3d10,
3d10.
and because of the raise, I threw a d6. So
Yeah.
Zero.
So here's the terrifying thing about
15, 20, 23.
here's the terrifying thing about plasma. So plasma does MDC damage. It's super fire, but if the person is not fully environmentally sealed, it ignores armor because it spreads
Burns
across
their-
you
yeah.
and will find the spot that's not hit. So you kill like 6 people because these are the Legionnaires. These are the slave Legionnaires. They're not in. They're in armor, but they're not in anything. They just
We were
charge.
your friends, mate.
Some of
I'm
them
just
maybe,
kidding.
maybe not.
Technically,
Yeah,
I
they're
can't
not.
see them. I just know they're there.
Now, also, when I say slave legionnaires, a lot of them are there willingly.
Oh, yeah.
Like they
Oh, yeah.
they sign up with the Splugorth to go slave. So they're not just slaves that have been turned into soldiers. They're also the mercenaries that work in the slave legions to fight. So, yes, but it's pretty indiscriminate. You know, you're launching grenades. This is war. It happens. So yeah, you just annihilate like 5, 6 things down there. The trees just incinerate, fall down. Go ahead and
Roll the next
roll
hit
the next hit.
without the raise. Those are the ones I hit with.
Yeah.
That's already 26.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's
There,
26.
okay, so you kill.
Wait, we want to see how big.
Oh, 36!
Oh, 45.
So wow,
That's like a fucking boom gun
Yeah.
right there.
So besides, even some of the people that jumped out of the way still get hit by the just the heat wave and falling trees and the fact that the trees are incinerating and catching on fire.
The falling trees
So-
are on fire.
So you just
you
hit
hear
that
me,
spread
please?
out. The last
I think
one,
you've earned it.
yeah, the last one hits
I've earned
somewhere.
7
It doesn't do
ounces
much of
more
an
beer.
effect. But you've incinerated half of the force that
That was a good shot. You get a full size
You get a
beer.
I'm
full
getting the
size.
full size.
You get more rations for the legend over here.
So you have taken out half of the forces that were there screening you, plus you have set the forest on fire, which is creating more smoke, more obscured area, and slowing things down in that area, in that region.
I just want to remind everyone that was a jump shot.
Yeah, that was
That was an excellent.
that's a Joker shot.
I was gonna say that was exactly the right time to use it.
I remember you
Joker.
had plus 2 damage,
Wow.
so 47,
47.
Yeah.
and whatever the other one was.
25.
Yeah, dunk,
yeah.
dunk, dunk. You just you jumped and blind fired 3 grenades over there. You hear,
You probably wouldn't even hear it over the explosion. Well, I don't know. There'd be a lot of screaming.
There's a lot of
scattering,
screaming.
Well, that was
So-
very effective.
That was super effective. So effective, in fact, that I'm not even going to roll for them attacking Shawnee.
They're scattered.
They're scattered, plus your smoke screen. You see a whole bunch of shots go up at her, but went wildly off, and they're trying to run away from the fire as well. So
Some of their shots are on fire. What's that? It's a flaming bullet.
let's see something else. Make me a notice check.
Gladly.
Watch 2. I know. Just roll this awesome attack.
I got a 5.
You make me a notice check down there.
Also, do I have all the for this armor? Is it freely
Yeah, it has the.
10.
Considering
10.
I was still maybe in the air, I guess I could do that.
You still have the main rule book over there, right?
Yeah.
So as you're running around, you're running around that. No, you can keep it because you're about to look at it. So you're running around that ridgeline and heading forward.
Aim for this.
He's jumping all this stuff. Sugar says, "I've picked up something staying at a safe distance behind us. It looks like they have another spotter." So if you look at the front cover, so on the barge itself, it has the big eyes and the glass cases.
Mhm.
But then you can see floating out away from them
The skull eggs.
is the little. There's the skull ones, but yeah, there's eyeballs in those things, and they have the little skulls on top. Back in the tree line behind you, one of those orbs has come up on the canyon wall and is looking at you. It is pretty far back. It's staying behind cover, behind trees and things like that. But she just picked it up when it was moving between 2 trees. So you guys are being spotted again.
I was like, no, any cards. I'm learning.
Ace 5.
Hey, I've already gotten this 5 once.
What? I mean, we've had to reshuffle every time we
twice,
play.
actually, yeah. It's Joker.
9, Queen, Ace. Two King.
God, I've literally had an ace, joker, ace. Improved
Queen
level
9 for the enemy.
That's where it's at.
Alright.
My ace is better.
Do I have the clubs?
Come around.
Fuck,
Kid.
I do.
Yeah, they're slave labor and bio-wizardry.
Our morale is
symbiote.
high watching this
Yeah, their
guy's
morale is
space
good,
jam
but
over the fucking
They don't
wall.
break. They don't break as long as the slaver
Shut
lives.
up and slam. You're like, where did that quote from? Obscure 1996 movie Space Jam. 300 years in the future, like, what the fuck is Space Jam?
Aaron Tarn is like, it is the greatest historical document I've ever uncovered.
Why does the largest friend Ross not just eat the other friends?
Aaron Tard's guilty pleasures, or one copy of Space Jam that she's discovered
That was
on VHS.
Yeah. Mine was the lure from Omicron Persei 8. He's been getting Fox sent to him at a 300-year or 1,000-year delay or whatever. That's why he shows back up to see the ending for Ally McBeal. That's what he's upset about, because it ended before the season saw the rest of it. And then once he figures out the end, he's like, one more question. Why does the largest Fred Ross not just eat the others?
The historical documents.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's an ace out there, so whoever has that.
Oh, yeah?
What you doing?
Are you gonna shoot your boom gun at this little skull
No,
thingy?
because I have to lock in
Two.
first and I'll waste a turn. So I'm going to try my new laser out on it.
So you're going to try to run, keep running, and turn and shoot back through the trees and hit this thing?
No.
I mean, you can, but I wouldn't recommend it.
No. I mean, I could... Fuck.
You could also just get the information and keep
Yeah, I'll just pass the information on and move along. I need to get down to the main fight, so...
So Skinny, keep running. You've got about one more turn of running before you're ahead of them
I'm
to
just
a
waiting.
significant.
Yeah.
If you want, you can try your other plan, the launching smoke in front. Or you can save the smoke for another screen.
I mean, is it in a position where I could effectively launch it into where we think the barge is?
You could, yeah.
Let's do it.
Or you can, you could shoot it to where you're going to be. Like, parallel to where you're going to be up in the canyon, so that when you get up there, as they're trying to get into the smoke...
No, I have to contend with it when I get into it
so
myself. So
launch over where the... you think the Spluver Slaver barge is. Which type of smoke? Dark?
Same thing.
Okay. Make a roll on this one, just to see for effect, because it's kind of random. You don't know exactly where they are. So it's just a shooting.
Run, turn, shoot behind them, then power slide.
Superior landing.
11.
Alright. You've launched. You think you have gotten good effect of where you think the barge would be. Okay.
Now the half on part of the forest is on fire. The other half is like covered in black smoke. I'm coming for you, Spugorth barge.
So I'm done doing my action movie move, right? I've
Yep.
landed.
You have landed on the other side and are still running. You've been skinnied that there's a spotter behind you.
The spotter would be behind me, would be up kind of off to his right.
No, it's all behind you. It's
Oh.
all from the canyon ridge where you've come from.
Sniper dash.
I was like, can I turn and fire on this thing?
Absolutely. Power slide.
Fucking A.
You can't see it. It's behind a tree, so that's going to be a -2 for cover. Another -2 for range, because it's staying really far away from you guys. So that's it. -4.
Plasma grenade.
Right? Shoot a grenade
Just
at it.
hit in the area.
Yeah, what are you shooting? Your railgun or your...
I wanted to shoot my railgun, but now that he says that, I'm like, I could just shoot
It is-
some fucking
Might be a little
grenades.
far for your grenade, right?
Yeah, what's the range on the railgun versus the grenade?
Railgun 75, 150, 300. Grenade launcher 60, 120, 240.
Yeah, so it's the same, essentially. Like, it's better range for the grenade launcher.
Dude, my weapons shoot really far.
Oh, yeah. So what are you shooting?
The railgun.
Okay.
So it's still a -4.
Correct.
Because I don't really want to waste like a round of grenades just to kill one little thingy.
Right. And you don't know, like, if you don't use... You don't know how much armor these things have. So.
Yes.
Sadly, that is
I
it.
know, I was like, 10. Oh.
Damn. 70.
This is my force is 0, a 3, a 4, and then whatever you get here. 10, so a 6.
Then was that? Yeah.
Was it? Yeah. So the numbers after the -4 are 6, 4, and 3.
6, 4, and 3. That's 2 hits.
Excellent.
Wait, what was the 4th hit?
Oh, I had a
It was a 4, but
Oh,
four,
so
yeah,
but it
0.
was a 0. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so 2 hits.
2 hits.
Excellent.
12 so far.
20.
20
27.
plus 4, 31.
Wow.
AP 6.
All right. Well, AP6 puts that plus 10. That gives it a 16 armor. And you got a 30 something. So yeah, it just you hear it pop. Like the tree comes down that it was hiding behind, and you just see that thing like like shooting into an eye, like shooting into a fishbowl or an eye. The glass breaks. Well, the mystic barrier breaks. The glass breaks. Goo goes everywhere. It hits the ground.
Is Freelo branded? Interested in playing for a bit if you're around Freelo.
I don't know.
Is that Shawnee?
You
or
go on
the-
that,
yeah.
so Shawnee goes.
Right? We've really torn up a lot of stuff.
Yeah, she's debating on trying to get eyes on the barge itself, or to tuck back in
If she could get
to
eyes on the...
protect you guys.
I'll say if she can get eyes on the barge, Sugar can help me shoot it.
All right, so she is flying around trying to pinpoint the barge. Unfortunately, like the entire area is also covered in smoke, which is not a bad thing, but
No, I know.
it's also not great for
That's
her.
why I don't ever like shooting it into an area that I'm heading into where I'm like, I gotta have to deal with that stuff.
She's flying around, not seeing it.
Ooh, a bookmark. Get a Riff's bookmark?
They have 3 of them in the set. I need to find the other 2 because I need to mark more stuff. They're in the big box for all those.
What is that thing?
It's a burster.
That's a burster.
Oh, what are those about? Dying?
So
Fuck
sad.
you. That guy was awesome. He talked a dragon out of killing everybody.
Good thing someone suggests you talk to it.
Yeah, whatever. Asshole. You have hurt my feelings.
I like only out of character, because in character I'm still kind of
Yeah, you're mourning.
downtrodden about Iggy.
Throwing yourself into your work so you don't have to think about it.
I'm almost literally throwing myself. Like I'm jumping, just got this. And then you're like, hey, there's some creepy thing looking at us. I'm like,
I like how that information is useless to you. Like, I just shot it because he told me it was there. I didn't really care if it was there or not. Dick. You just wait. Once we get to the part where I start shooting.
once we get to the part where I finally get to shoot,
Yeah, that's true. Once it's my whole point. The whole thing is like you setting him up and me knocking him down. Like it's just the way we have to play.
So she's flying around over there, and all of a sudden this weird energy, like kind of staticky energy bolt comes up and hits her. Like you see her like kind of seize up a little bit, and she almost starts to fall, but like she shakes it off, and then she yells through the communicator, which kind of comes through staticky. I think the thing is invisible, like the entire barge.
Good thing I obscured the area that it was in. Now everything's invisible.
There you go. Would you use dark smoke?
Yes.
Okay.
Which is good because
And then there's extra regular smoke from all the plasma detonations.
detonations.
Yeah, like from probably 3 miles away, you can tell there's a battle happening.
Oh yeah. And you know that the scouts are listening in on your communications.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they're not saying anything, trying to, your guys are working. They'll listen to the pros work, but they'll know if things start going bad.
I was gonna say we have gotten pretty heavy. Like we're pretty like.
Some shots go up from around up at Shawnee. Nothing penetrates her armor. So. Hey, we didn't have to reshuffle.
Hey, she didn't get penetrated this time. That's good.
She did not get penetrated. She hasn't been penetrated yet. I mean, she has some downtime. Like, her and Coda might be hooking up.
I don't like the name Coda anymore. We've been playing Pandemic, and that's one of the diseases.
It's like a triggering thing.
Sorry, this sucks for you. Thor and Joker. Joker!
My Benny stack gets fat.
All of our Benny stacks get fat.
Except yours is down one because you'd use it. Good shot.
Still got more
6, 3. What?
No,
Like 6 is the minimum one.
6 is the right.
It's 5 or less, right?
No, I think it's
You have to have a 6 or higher.
yeah. Initiative 6 or above.
That's shitty.
Like,
That is so shitty. 6, 6, 3. Like, of course
it
it happens
even
the
give
first day you get that
And even
ability.
gave me 2 of them, just to let you know, we know what you're.
Yeah, we know what you're up to. Oh, God. 2-5 for Shawnee.
That's
I'm
fine.
like the farthest out. I get to go first.
We
continue running.
We've had aces and kings and queens and jokers. It's about time the deck throws us back the other shit.
So you can go now if you want, or you can wait to see what else goes on.
I'm going to wait a little bit because at this point I'm still just kind of
This,
trucking along.
so, depending on how set up you want to get, this turn you can be in a position where you're ahead of the convoy and you can lock in. Or you can give it one more turn of running and wait before you set in to see if you want to try to get further on or do something else. So, just like, you're getting to the point where you are ready with that positioning.
All right, I'm gonna hold back just right now.
Okay.
So
So
next is their turn. Right?
Their turn. They're going to be going after Shawnee again, like full force, and she's still kind of sticking her neck out over top of the group.
Three cards is too heavy.
I mean, have the right card in front.
Oof. Yeah, that's what I was going to do. So she's like flying over there, trying to avoid all this stuff, and then you see her wings disappear. And she goes.
She's probably fine.
She's probably fine.
Can we raise her on the radio?
She's kind of just screaming at the moment. She's falling. She yells out something about she just got dispelled.
Mm-hmm. That's what I figured happened.
Another volley of explosives and ordnance come up to the ridge. This time, wildly more inaccurate than previous rounds. In fact, nothing hits for effect. Just a bunch of explosions around you. All right.
6.
No, it's me.
Well, you can go anytime you want.
That's true.
So you can.
I mean, you could have gone first. So.
No, I know. I forgot. Sorry. I thought. Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right.
So what am I doing?
You're still running.
I turned and I
You
shot
turned
that
and you
thing.
shot. You're like a turn behind where he is, but you know, it's up to you what you're going to do. Are you going to get down in the thick of things? Are you going to keep trying to get ahead and cover him?
I'm gonna check on Sean.
You want to try to jump down and, I mean, because you can leap pretty damn far. Like, you can jump to try to get where Shawnee is, which is the opposite side of the canyon.
You jump shit now, don't you?
I
Yes.
did just see her.
Drop out of the sky.
Maybe you can jump and catch her.
What's the range on the jump?
12 feet horizontal, 6 feet vertical.
Was it 12 two little marks?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So those are inches, which are...
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's like a meter per inch or something like that. So it's 36 feet.
something like that.
That's kind of what I was talking about with my conversion board, right?
Right.
2 marks 6 inches out. It's been a while since I've used foot and inches measurements.
Didn't you work construction?
Yeah. Almost.
No,
like-
it's...
Did you go be a teacher? Fuck you.
Aren't you going to be a teacher?
Yeah. Actually, things are shaping up recently. So. Except I was supposed to get a call from a professor today.
And you didn't?
Never call me.
Is it the one that doesn't
Yeah.
answer?
No, he sent me a text at 5:30 in the morning telling me he'd call me later to talk about what I needed, and then I just never heard from him.
So every inch of stat in this is 2 yards in the real world, because they want you to use miniatures, and we don't use miniatures. So it says 12
Oh,
inches.
so 6. Yeah, so this would be, would be
24 yards. You said 12 inches, 24 yards. So, you know,
that would be shit. 12, 6, be 72 feet.
yeah.
It's a good jump.
It's a great jump. You could jump and try to catch Shawnee next turn, because the canyon is pretty wide.
She's falling that so long that you have to wait till next turn to try
Right.
to catch her.
And you'd have to do your run or do another jump to get her out of the sky on the second round of falling. No!
That's right.
Damn, the stream's cutting out again.
Who's booty call?
Whoa.
Oh, it says mom.
Whoa.
In parentheses.
Alright, I'm gonna go turn off my computer to see if that can save the stream.
We'll put that little right back.
Yep, and take a little bathroom break. I need another beer.
Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding.
I think I actually had to stop watching it because of don't have unlimited data, so when I watch it without using Wi-Fi,
Oh, you're not using the Wi-Fi because he's using the Wi-Fi.
I don't use the Wi-Fi just to make sure that stuff like this doesn't happen. Yeah, it's kind of choppy again.
Oh yeah, I see it. Ooh, that's bad. That's pretty bad. After these messages, we'll be right back.
Well, I will take this chance to pee as well. If that's a thing.
I saw his new dice.
We'll bring some new dice.
I don't even want, like, we can't really do it with this.
What?
I almost want us all to use the big, like,
The big
foamy
big
dice,
yeah.
but it's just they bounce all over the place. Like, it'd be so hard to, like, keep them in the caddy or anything.
We were watching it on his phone. It's jumping real bad. Like I waved my hands like this, and we only saw like, and it went back to nothing. So we're skipping like 2 or 3 seconds at a time.
Yeah. The hell, Comcast. I didn't even tweet my link. Bastards.
Okay, I forgot to tweet earlier.
Oh, let's see. Yellow red, yellow red.
It connects to your Wi-Fi.
Yeah, everything. They
Not a
say they're
problem.
fine. No outages have been reported. But yet, our friggin' stream has dropped to super low health. Sorry for the technical difficulties.
Choppy is fine in the kitchen.
What's it look like?
Still getting super low rates. But there's nothing showing that it's like eating up any of my network.
I'll turn my Wi-Fi off. I'm not doing anything with it, but maybe it's sucking it in somehow. See if that helps.
Yeah, it's only OBS and Twitch. Spooler. Get out of here. Yeah, that's the only two things using network is the thing we're using to stream, the service reason to stream. Push notifications. I'm not using anything really. Fun. Thanks, Comcast.
I mean that. Okay.
Yeah, right.
Are we opening another beer? Or
Yeah, we're opening another beer. Well, I mean, we can continue on and hope it's not too disruptive. How bad is it, GT? Audio's fine, he says, just the video.
As much as I want to stream, we're really having a good time. Like, we're right in the thick of it, so
we're going to keep going. Hopefully it sorts itself out.
Or if it doesn't, it turns into a podcast.
You know, there's a PayPal below. You can help me increase my network speed.
Right.
I'm just kidding. No, I'm not begging for tips here.
Hey, what do you mean by that? It's like what I do for a living.
Nah, you work for tips.
Yeah.
This isn't work. This is a hobby. You know, as long as they fold it up and put your G-string all nice.
You know I don't wear a G-string.
I do.
It's like, watch out, this is my breakaway shirt.
That is your breakaway shirt. And it'd be like terrifying for people because like it'd just be you standing there, and the next moment like you're be naked. Like I was not ready.
The contrast is like it's gonna have to like tone down. I'll be so white. Dang, look how white that is. What are you laughing at? You're probably just as bad.
I was gonna say, like, don't make me lift my shirt up. Blind GT over there.
That would be awesome. Another player. Move to AZ.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I have 3 settings on my light. So I'm gonna try like a lower one. Who knows? All right. Where the hell were we? So you are doing what? What are you doing?
I am jumping.
You're jumping down. Okay. Right. To go try to save
Shawnee.
Make me a
Jumping.
jumping skill.
Well,
They used to. They used to have
Forgot to take jumping.
like in things like the old D&D and stuff like that. They used to have like a skill for every dumb thing.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of how the old Elder Scrolls was. Like the first Morrowind, it was like the skill tree was like 36 things. Where you're like, what the fuck? Like jumping and like with acrobatics, but it was literally just your jumping. It wasn't for your dodging or doing anything. It was just your jumping.
Does it have a thing to roll in the explanation, or just tell you how far you can jump?
It just says that.
Yeah, there's no.
It says jump boosters.
You're in power armor. So, yeah, you leap down, slam into the ground, superhero landing and everything, start running. Hopefully to catch Shawnee before she plummets to the earth.
It's bad on the knees.
Having a power armor, though, it's okay. It's like I'm running around in the Hulk Buster.
I think I'm getting the hang of it. No, I don't want to get my ass kicked again.
I guess that wouldn't be what happened if you win like 1,000 fights and you get beat once. You're like,
Especially beat that handedly.
That's true.
Like, just whatever. Okay.
Did Shawnee just go?
Shawnee just went. Yeah.
Okay.
She recovered.
No.
She recover from dispel.
Yeah. She's not going to be able to do that again, and it's going to be like she's just not going to be able to cast flying again. It's too much.
Right,
so, what do you want to do?
Well, since he's going after her, I'm going to continue forward and try to get in front of this blue north.
Okay. You going to plant in at the end of this turn, or keep running?
I'm going to plant in because I have an idea.
Okay.
We'll see how it works.
So you run up to the like you run ahead and then get to the ridge line and drill in.
And so I think that in the forest right here is where they are.
It's actually off to your right. So
somewhere over here.
Yeah, canyon. You like all the splue growth are here. The minions. You have run ahead so that you can keep them in the widest arc as they try to get below you. So you come up here, set in. So you have the full arc down the entire canyon, essentially, firing down that way. But they're now to your right, behind you. It's time to make toothpicks. Toothpicks?
Blast into the forest.
Yep. Splinters. Was it pulp? Wood pulp? Charcoal. No. Gotta make sure they're all facing the right way.
Good job. Oh,
Saved. Alright. I almost want to OBS has a little red dot on it. I think this is OBS. Let me check. Yeah. I almost want to restart OBS, but then it breaks the stream up into 2 videos.
Mm-hmm.
And I can put them back together when I put it up to YouTube, but it aggravates me that they're in 2 pieces. Think I should do it?
if you're gonna do it, now's the time.
Alright. I am going to stop the stream real quick. We'll be right back. And... Alright. We're back. Yellow. Green. Green. Yeah, it still has, it has this red... Oh, I guess that's because it's recording, so that's what the red dot on that is. So now we're back to yellow, red.
Mm-hmm. At least in your browser. It,
oh, no, it just started right now, too, yeah.
Smooth you normally are. Alright. As smooth as y'all normally are. I mean, bears and all. But now it's kind of... It's going back and forth, but it seems to be healthier. We're getting green more than we were getting red. Alright. King 2. That's a good start.
I'll play with me again. Cards.
5, Jack, Ace.
Okay. Hey,
Flush.
I mean, that's impressive. 3 cards.
Ooh. King 2, but it's the Slaver King. So the Splugorth Slaver himself has shown up. For shiny.
I keep
Actually,
forgetting about the screen. I was like, why is that card solid black? Oh, yeah.
Right. Queen we don't know about, and an 8. All right. Beards and all. I mean, I thought you were calling us bears. Like,
yeah, you said bear, and I was like,
I'm like, I guess I could be a bear. If anything, you're a wolf. All right. Sorry, gay culture
French fork
talk right there.
So I'm first.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you got ace, right?
Yep.
So.
Question is, like, can I see Shawnee?
Yeah, like now you have to run and jump and catch her out of the air. So.
Dope.
What
are we doing?
Agility.
I'm game. Let's go.
You should add. You got a big old thing of bennies there.
It's not a bad idea.
There we go.
Oh.
So that's 11 so far.
Right?
Yeah, but you could keep it rolling. 12.
12.
the dreaded 7.
Right.
The old Shadowrun game used to stage dice. And it was always like, oh, you get a +1 difficulty on difficulty 6, which is automatic. My difficulty's 7 now.
Yeah.
Which, if I roll a 6, is an automatic 7.
Yeah.
All right. You have ran and jumped and caught her out of the air, and you land. And you're in the forest now.
You
On
accidentally
the
pile driver.
You're like, yeah. So you're in the forest. There's legionnaires closing on you all around. Somewhere you hear the ominous hum of the barge, but it is currently invisible. Things are closing in on you, and it's just you and her down here now.
Is she
In the
like
thick of it.
awake?
Yeah, she's fine.
She just
She's
lost
just
her
like, yep,
flying ability.
lost her flying ability.
Okay.
Like, luckily it didn't take out my armor. All right. She locks and loads her shotgun and gets ready to fight. Round 1. Fight. King of Spades.
So, can I tell, even though it's invisible by sensors and things like that, that there's disturbance? Can I pinpoint the area that it's kind of sitting in?
Make notice like -6. It's really tough.
Okay.
You get +2 from your sensors.
Yeah.
But, so -4 total.
So, no, I do not.
Yes.
Okay,
You
cool.
cannot tell. They're telling you, like, they can feed you information. They can tell you about where they think it is because they can hear the hum. But it would be a really lucky shot for you to try to
So,
hit this thing.
Invisibility.
And remember, there are up to 6 warrior women on the barge that you're supposed to take alive.
We're not supposed to take one.
Nope. You're supposed to save as many as possible.
Or not just supposed to take this one, right?
Okay, so
That'll
then
do story
my
years.
next question would be then for invisibility, if it's like a spell, I can't like disrupt it with physical attack or anything like that. No, so
But, like, if you were to, say, somehow to have powder or mud or something, you could reveal
perfect.
it.
That's gonna work then. So we're gonna do the splinters. I'm gonna shoot just in front of where I think boom gun and just blow a hole in the forest nearby, just to cause some chaos, knock some stuff around. Fuck them. I want them to know that I'm here now. So.
All right, roll. Oh, also remember that there's at least 4 to 6 of those cages that have dozens of prisoners in them floating around as well. You don't know if they're invisible or not.
We got to do something. So. So 11.
That's the +2 from marksman, +1 from your other shooting roll.
Oh, then 12.
12.
Yeah.
It's all hit with a raise. So you blast a huge chunk of tree and floor and all that kind of stuff. Dirt, wood chips.
Sugar, can you silence the low ammo counter?
Yes, sir.
Role play.
You do not notice anything coming out of that, but there's still a lot of debris in the air. So
Yeah.
if it starts moving, you'll probably see a disturbance if it starts moving through that area. Just section of the forest got annihilated nearby. You hear the boom gun go off. You also hear laughter. A very deep, sinister creature laughing.
It's not me.
It doesn't sound fun.
I know, but I'm waiting for someone to do an impression of this. I can't do it. Something like that.
Yeah, you're pretty close. A little bit more guttural, but
I knew one of you were to the task.
all right.
Impressions aren't my thing. What's the spook? I mean, Shawnee did.
It's like I
You're soaking her pile driver.
soaker pile driver did. She's like,
I didn't roll a critical failure. Like, you caught her, but then you threw her into the ground.
she's like, I can go invisible and try to, just maneuver tactically around or get out of the situation. If you want me to, or I can call down a rainstorm, which would possibly show us where the Splugorth is, but it would also put out all the fires and disperse all the smoke.
Generally, that smoke is all kind of behind us at this point, right?
Most of it, yeah.
And it was meant to obscure the area for her underneath her. She's no
I mean,
longer
There was some
in
up
the
top,
air.
and there was some.
We can always set more fire.
Yeah, I mean, we can obscure more area at any time. I kind of like
And-
that idea.
And the thing is, like with her, with the rain and the control weather, she can also bring up mists and things like that to obscure area later on.
I love you guys are all on board with obscure.
Obscure is so good.
I love it.
like the rain, at the very
And-
least.
No,
Even,
she's still in his arms for now. Alright. She touches her new tattoo
She's like, ugh.
and causes it to start raining. Clouds form and darken the sky, and rain starts coming down.
because even if, besides invisibility, they have some sort of magical shield that won't like detail the ship or the barge or whatever, we'll be able to tell where the hell it's at. There's rain coming down here, and it's not hitting the ground.
Right.
It's stopping, so that's where they are. Like, let's have some sort of magic that just lets it flow through. That'd be impressive.
Or if it was like mechanical invisibility that, you know, it might be able just to project what's behind it instead of what's happening right there, so then you would also see rain.
You would,
fall
yeah.
through, yeah.
Make a spirit roll. -2, but you get your
Dear God. What did I do?
courage or whatever it
My
is.
brave plus
Brave,
2 to
yep.
fear test.
That.
Do I get a wild as well?
Yes, you do.
So -2 plus 2, so just even.
Correct.
Yeah, 5.
All right. A wave of fear, obviously from some external and mystical source, crashes over you, but you resist its effects.
Hey, can't you take your helmet off and smell where this blue board is?
There's probably a lot of magic. Like all the Legionnaires might have magic on them,
That's true.
but you'd smell the big magic area. Though now that she is controlling weather in the area, it's kind of magic all over. But you still might be able to pinpoint it if you wanted to. Also, once you open your armor, though, don't get hit by plasma.
Or open your armor. Don't open your armor.
Yeah, don't do that. Or don't do that.
We're in the middle of battle at this point. We don't need to sniff out anything. It's just a cool trick you haven't used in a while because we haven't needed it.
Now now you guys are getting shot.
Alright, now there's this fear crap going on. Better not be that neuron monster that I freed.
It ran back to the Splugorth. That would be fucked up.
Good
How
idea.
about stop telling the DM stuff?
You get hit twice. Once with a raise.
Me?
Him.
Uh-huh.
No one's shooting at you, they're just laughing at you. That's what that laugh was.
Mm-hmm.
AP.
Look at all that damage.
4.
I made you laugh at yourself. You see what I did?
Oh, shit.
That's fucked
Oh
up.
shit. 10,
Clever.
11, 12, 13, AP 4. Nope. Yeah, but you had 14. 14 with the AP 4, and it got a 13.
Yes.
He was so close.
This is what being a good boy is all about. It's stand and fight.
And the other shot just rings off you. So, nothing and nothing. Ting ting.
Good.
Good.
That's it. Oh, unless you have more turns. There's a whole bunch of Splugorth stuff going on.
I do.
I'm not trying to talk about it. I'm like,
Do we hear more laughing?
Not yet. Want the pound of flour just to try to get invisible people.
That's more D&D.
Oh yeah, that's super D&D.
Right.
That's hilarious. They're so invisible.
Yeah. All right, as I'm walking down the corridor, I'm just taking handfuls of flour and throwing it ahead of me. Like,
I fucking love it. That's awesome.
There's all
That's an
kinds
Easter
of...
egg. I have a bunch of string that I haven't used for anything yet. I'm like, I got all kinds of ideas for this string.
What did you do in this turn?
Oh, no. 2 more
Throw
shots
flour.
are coming
It falls
your
on
way.
the ground. You've made a mess.
Coming whose way?
Your way. It seems to be those staticky, stun-like shots coming from somewhere inside the rain and darkness.
Staticky stun shots.
Yeah, the one that hit her in the air, but she didn't succumb to. They are stun blasters, and you know that this, well, from what Aranya told you,
This is how they catch slaves.
yeah, the slaver himself and all of the warrior women will have those weapons. And they are very good at getting through
I
armor.
was gonna say that would be super effective too, because once you've made it to the barge, they're like, "You're
Yep.
pretty strong. Now you're a slave."
Now you're ours. Let's see. I'm so close to it. But do I want to do it yet? No, I'm not going to do it. There was a Joker in there, right?
Yeah,
No, there was
No,
not.
not this turn.
Not this
I thought I
turn.
did.
All right. That was the previous turn.
No, we had an ace and a couple kings.
Oh, I just got
Oh, there it is.
Oh, I was like, I just got to go first, so it felt like a Joker.
No, you got a joker yet. Dear God, this has been like every other turn.
Joker
There's been
Queen.
a joker.
Well, you
come
guys
out.
are pulling 2,
Yeah, we're going through
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 cards a turn now.
Seems to be a pretty good strategy.
Yep. Now you guys need to start looking at the wild card edges for when you have the Joker. You like for you, there's one that doubles your damage. Whatever you roll for damage, you then just double it, and that's what you do
Jesus.
if you have the Joker.
I almost don't think that's necessary.
Yeah, like I think it's overkill.
What'd you get? Oh,
'Cause generally
it was
when
a
you pit, you
146 mega damage.
887.
5309. Oh, that's right.
8775309. Wow, 5-5. 4-6.
Hey,
Wow,
get
that's
fucked,
that's
enemies.
some shitty rolls. So what do you want to do? Do you want to do now or you
I'm
want to
gonna
wait?
hang out, yeah, for a second, see what these guys are doing.
That means me, dude. With
Wow,
my,
the
with my
8.
eighth. Well, shit.
Well,
seems
shit.
seems like a dangerous area.
Yep, you're still holding her. You can jump right
can
the
we jump
fuck
the
out.
Yeah, I want to jump out of here.
You want to jump up on the other side of the canyon? Because you started on this side, like he's run up here and he's now like facing like out there being able to fire down here. You jumped down, jumped and got her. You can just jump up on that side of the canyon now if you wanted.
There's something about leaving him all by him was lonesome though.
So, yeah, I'm
Well,
always good.
I can't really be
being
close
on
to
this
him, though.
side. You can cover him because you're going to be up top and you can see across to him.
At some point, we're gonna have to take the
Okay.
barge, and unless it's just shooting that slaver on top without killing 6 people, there's not a lot I'm gonna be able to do.
Yeah.
Distract and stuff.
Well, the other thing is, I should say, Aranya says that if you can engage the barge fairly close up and get into its defenses, it's really dangerous as hell. The slaver is no slouch. But the warrior women will jump off to engage in hand-to-hand. So if you can get them off the barge, then it's fucking open season for the glitter boy. But you also have to be able to see it and get up to it and all that fun stuff.
Well, that's what the rain is for. Why don't you try to approach the direction? It sounds shitty, but it's not me, so go for it.
And you might want to like just get out of, and you may not want to approach it now because you still don't have a good view of it yet.
Yeah.
Jump up on the canyon wall, wait, assess
Like,
the situation.
Let's just at least jump the fuck out of
Yeah.
there. So like,
Because you can jump up, take out some more of the legionnaires.
where are they?
Down back where you were, they were
Yeah.
closing in on you to attack you.
Okay.
So jump up, launch some grenades down there. Bloom, bloom, bloom.
You really are space jamming these guys.
Yeah.
You're like boing,
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 boing, boing,
boing.
I guess it kind of sucks to be legionnaires.
All right. slaves or mercenaries or not, it's
Yeah.
Because they
their life is fodder. That is what they are.
Well, I think what it really is it's hard to fight against the Triax power armor
Yeah.
when you have like a gun and like a piece of aluminum that you're wearing on your chest
Yeah,
for stabbing protection.
One NDC chest plate.
Yeah, right.
Because they all about to have some more
Plasma?
plasma come shooting at them.
Right. -4 total. -2 for jumping in the same turn. -2 because you're still holding Shawnee. So you're like jumping up, dunk, 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 and coming through the air.
Okay.
But you get a +2 for one of your somethings or others, right?
No, it doesn't.
Okay,
He
not
doesn't
the-
have
not
that.
the- Oh, he had a double. Sorry. Double
He had a
negative,
Joker
that's
that
right,
last
That's
time.
right. That's what it was.
Yeah, this one's not going to be as cool.
No. But hey, you're again just igniting forest, clearing away.
If I hit or
cover.
not, I'm still setting shit on.
Yep. Clearing away cover and all that jazz.
Well, okay. -4s, you said?
Mm-hmm.
So that's
A whole lot of nothing. You can spend a penny to reroll the whole thing.
Yeah, do it. Don't listen to me. Sorry, you can do whatever you want. I'm like,
I
dude.
mean, you have always been.
I know, right?
You're getting Joker every turn.
There we go.
Alright, so those are both still going to be zeros. This
It'll
one,
be epic.
You get to reroll that one.
3.
18.
This one's a 14.
Yeah. So a 3 and a 14.
3 and a 14. So, yeah. One hit. Well, one hit direct. Everything else hits something.
A
But
hit with a raise?
14?
14 minus 4 is
No,
10.
14's after.
No, it was 18.
Oh, yeah,
Minus
then you hit with a
14.
raise. Yep.
I mean,
I mean, these things are
It's
pretty
a
much
fucking
dead,
grenade,
but I'd like
but-
to see,
It is fun to do
I wanted
this,
to
the
see
mega
what the
damage
damage
rolls. Yeah.
is.
so one hit with one raise. Let's pick up those.
Taylor was
defense
playing
again.
the Avengers Lego game today, and they had a damage control reference. One of the side missions is doing something for damage control.
Yeah.
17.
Plus nothing.
Yeah,
So, did you have the D6 in there?
I did actually.
All right.
So 17.
17 is enough to incinerate a bunch of peons in not environmentally sealed arbor. Now you're on the top of the ridge, you launch grenades, things burn down, more foliage has been incinerated. That goes to them now, unless you want to do something. You can start to try to pick out where it is in the rain.
But I can't just shoot it.
You can't just shoot it yet.
So there's obviously more Legionnaires and things to shoot at.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm gonna wait for a second.
Okay. So you see a group of the Legionnaires are like gathering around and like finding cover, but one of them seems to have a very big gun on his shoulder, and he is lining up for you. Do you want to shoot him before he
Let's
shoots
say, well,
you?
Joker means I can go whenever I want,
Yes,
right? Yeah,
you
so
can-
let's shoot
you
that
can
guy.
interrupt him.
Plus I want to shoot something. Great. Six.
Don't you have pluses to shooting?
Oh, plus
Plus 2.
it's 8, so.
8 will hit. Plus 1 more, so 9.
Oh,
Plus 2 more for the Joker.
oh,
11. So yeah, you hit with a raise.
Right on.
I was like, come on now, it's not just a 6.
$23.
Does that get a +2 also?
Yes.
Oh, no, sorry, plus
And-
6. That's 29.
So
Plus 2, so 31.
31, AP
25.
25. So yeah, that guy's like looks like he has some big
He's
fusion
gone.
missile launcher meant to kill things like you, and then all those people are gone. Like that whole section of people.
It blows up like Jeeves' head in Men in Black.
I think your low ammo counter's going off. I can hear it.
Oh, that's
through
right. Can you turn off the low ammo?
I can hear it
Yes,
through
sir.
the communications.
So that's gone. You got.
Where's my fire, you guys here?
Like, could you not broadcast that?
Why? If everybody's listening, it sounds like I have low ammo.
Well, you're only broadcasting it to these
Oh,
guys.
well, I thought the scouts are listening too. The scouts are like, how much
And people
ammo
on
do you
our team are listening.
have? How much ammo does he have? My count, 98 shots.
A whole bunch of fire hits the ridge line behind you. Nothing connects with either you or Shawnee.
Good.
But
But then the neuron monster jumps out. Damn it, why did I suggest such a thing?
Attempt to talk to him. You know me.
hey, guy, you remember me?
Remember that time?
Do you remember the time?
I feel like karaoke like really rubbed off on us. Everything. 6, 7, 5, 3, do you remember the time? Everything's just gonna be singing pretty soon. Roll 2, D 4. Roll your D12 plus 6 equals 44.
All right, you are looking down, scanning the area. You just blew up a whole bunch of people, and then there is a like little mote of light which catches your attention, and now you need to make an agility roll.
Uh-oh.
Hold on. At -2.
4.
Is that what the -2?
Yeah.
Okay. It all of a sudden, like Sugar, right before, so like she sees that, she's like, maybe we should look away.
Oh.
And then it turns into a super bright flash of light, and almost like there's a crack of lightning or something from the midst of all of the canyon, but a blind power went off. And you have successfully not been affected by it, so... But that would have sucked if it would have blinded
Yeah, right.
you.
Say if it actually blinded you, I'd be like, dude, use
Turn off the possible
one of
blinding
your
counter.
6 bennies,
Yeah, no, totally.
Yeah.
It's like...
When I get down in there, I'm gonna have a lot of like missing at close combat, a lot of damage being done to me. Plus, I've been rolling really well. I don't know what your problem is.
Sugar, why do you keep turning the low ammo alert back on?
Because I told her not to deactivate it.
Because he's a dick.
He is what he eats.
Wow. So what? Your own butthole? It's your fucking dog.
She's going to try to call down lightning on it.
Oh, it's her turn. I was like, it's always bad when the GM's like, my turn. Flips through books.
I love
does
that
math, I'm
she's doing all this stuff in my arm still.
Yeah, she's still
Like,
cradled in
I
your
just
arms.
shot grenades. I'm just like, and she's like, I gotta do this. At some point, I'm like, bitch, stand up. Like, let me have my other arm.
Calls down from the... Like, you can let her go at any time, like, but she can't just get out of your arms at the moment. You are a power armor. She calls down lightning. It strikes the forest, blows up a tree. You don't know if it struck the target or not. It didn't seem like it had much of effect.
In a free action, I dropped that hoe.
Okay, you dropped that hoe. Like a bad habit.
Shawnee's like the nicest
It cost me
person
a
on our team.
-2
You're like,
having
"Oh."
my arms last turn. Shit. Which last turn I understand because I was jumping her out. But she can't fly.
She can't fly right now, and she's not going to waste that much PPE on getting her wings back.
I'm still riding confidence boost from my grenade shots.
Yeah,
earlier.
that's
Yeah.
it.
The shuffle. king, queen, flush, straight flush.
Like snatched it out of everybody's hand.
We're both like,
Nope.
never mind.
5-9 ace.
There's one of them aces again. An ace that's dear to me, even.
Which one is it?
Someone has
Up
a
the
picture of a
board.
milk bone on the front.
Queen 5.
Damn it.
Ooh, 6-2 for the enemies.
Suck it, enemies. That we can't see,
Right.
except for all the jackasses that we don't necessarily want to
So
kill.
at least the ones we can see, we're just wiping out. We're just.
So they're technically like
They're like trying to save some of those people.
Of the
Nope.
slaves that they're making fight for them. At least most of them. I'm
Most of
guessing
them,
are.
yes.
So it's
So,
unfortunate.
kings? King, ace of hearts.
So what am I seeing at this point?
So you're up with the ridge line, you can look down, so make a
bunch
notice.
of these legionnaire dickheads.
Yeah, there's legionnaires. One of the Metzlin has now trundled up to the fight. It's about 14 feet long, carapace, walking on 6 legs. It's got little tentacle sensors, and it looks like it has a cannon on its back.
What the hell is this?
It's one of those,
One of those weird biological
monsters.
monster things.
That you showed us earlier?
Yeah, so he's just describing.
But I
one
can
of the
see this
things.
You
thing?
can see this thing. It is now trundling through. What did you get on your?
5.
Yeah, so you see it. You skinny it.
Looks like this, but there's like this cannon coming off of its back.
Yeah, let's
show
Let's shoot that.
show the folks at home.
I want to shoot that. For the record.
There we go.
All right. With a 5, you still can't spot, even with the rain, where the barge is. It's obscured by trees or other.
That's fine. I want to shoot
Things.
that thing.
Yeah, go for it.
I can see that thing.
You can see that thing. What are you shooting it with?
Railgun.
You should just shoot into the fire or shoot into the trees and just set the whole fucking place on fire, brush them out.
Unfortunately, it's raining, so I mean the super hot goes on, but it's really hard to start a fire.
It's raining. That thing that Shawnee did.
Alright. 7, 6, 4. Everything else in this.
Yeah, that's fine. 7, 6, and 4.
7, 6, 4 are 3 hits without raises.
There's 2 3s, which I imagine do not hit.
They do not hit.
Yeah. Part of it was honestly like I hesitated. I was like, did I just re-roll this whole thing? I was like, yeah, that's still 3 hits out of 4. Like that's not terrible. Right? Right.
What is your damage and AP?
It's 2d8 plus 4. AP is 6. I hit 3 times. So there's 8 plus 4 is 12 with AP 6.
Okay. Go.
There's 6 plus 4 is 10. AP 6.
Uh-huh.
And 5 plus 4 is 9.
What was that?
Consistently getting
Like-
worse and worse.
Are
Something's in
there,
my eye.
are there any of those, before I tell you what occurs to this thing, are there any of those you want to use Benny's to reroll? Because you can reroll damage in this game.
Reroll that 9-1.
Would I have to reroll everything?
No, you'd have to reroll both dice, but you'd have to do each individually. So you can reroll one of those damage rolls, or all 3 if you want to spend 3 bennies.
Oh, fuck that.
Yeah.
Reroll
Roll that 9.
That 9.
Okay.
Let's make it a 10.
Woo! So you just start lighting that thing up with a railgun, and it just starts ricocheting off of that chitinous shell. It's almost like the ringing that you're hearing is almost like it's coming off metal. It's just ting 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 ting. This thing's like a little tank trundling along here.
Dope.
I'll try shooting it.
By all means. Hey. Hey.
It's 14.
That's a hit with a raise.
Add that extra D6, baby.
$31.
31 AP 25.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you blast. It's like dirt and tree bits and all this shit blast the area, and you see it's like crumpled form sitting on the ground. It's cracked, oozing out some viscous substances of various colors from various parts of it. But then it still kind of like twitches its head a little bit, and the gun starts like maneuvering.
There you go. I took the brunt of it off you.
Appreciate that.
Shawnee's going
Actually,
to,
probably didn't even see it as a threat. I probably didn't need to shoot it.
Shawnee is going to call down lightning on it, and she does. With a raise. So it goes through it. You see more bits of its armor and things blast off, and it like twitches. The gun kind of like starts to glow a little bit, and then it just stops moving and smolders.
Now we just need to find the fucking barge.
And that's when something from behind you, like you hear loud crashing and the stomping of what sounds to be hooves, and trees are just getting thrown out of the way behind you, and something runs for the ridgeline and leaps and jumps over the entire canyon.
We're not in Kansas yet.
That's that guy's name, Coda. Is that the Cyber Knight that we have?
The female satyr fawn Cyber Knight.
That's right.
Coda.
I believe it's D12s for his boom gun.
Yes.
40, 12, plus 6.
AP 25.
Yeah.
Right. Here we are. So, this thing is leaping over the canyon and putting this big bladed shield right into your chest.
Sweet.
You should tell it to stop.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. That's not nice.
And it's got a good, I think, 6 feet on you, standing up full height.
Looks like a bad guy from Mega Man.
Totally could be, probably.
I'm fine.
You're fine. What's your parry?
7.
It hits you with a raise,
I'm fine.
plus a charge.
That's fine.
That's fine.
Everything's fine. This is fine.
This is fine.
Me.
All right.
It's fine.
10, 25, 31, 37 AP 10. So what's your full armor is 29, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's 19, 37, so 19 to 24, 24 to 29, 29 to 34, 34 to, that's it.
Yeah,
So
38 next year.
yeah, so that's 3 wounds and shaken.
Unless that's so cute.
Unless you so
That's okay.
I roll my vigor. My
your
Spirit.
vigor.
Vigor.
Spirit is to recover from shaken.
5.
So you take out 1 wound. So you've taken 2 wounds and are
shaken.
shaken. And he's like, meep. You feel that thing
It's like
like
in my
it
armor.
went into your armor. Your armor's buckled and up against your gut right there.
That's not good.
Yeah, that is true. When it pulls the shield back, it leaves that thing here. So now its shield is just a blade, 2 blades on the outside, but you have a missile stuck into your gut.
Yeah.
And it's just like it takes a couple steps back, but it's on your side,
Yeah.
trying to keep out of your line of fire.
What'd you get?
There's more laughter
Guilty.
from down below.
It's different after.
Make agility checks, you and Shanae.
Yeah, which one of these dice suck?
Agility -2.
6, you did it.
6.
Good job.
You hear a rumbling sound, the earth shakes underneath you, you and Shani both jump separate ways, and another landslide occurs right where you were. Trying to pull you back down into the heat of it.
I was like, there's another one of those things jumping at us. I'm like, fuck that.
Also a bunch of gunfire coming up at you. You get hit once.
As I get hit, I go like this to them below.
For nothing. Alright.
Yeah. Fuck you.
There was no jokers. Not right?
Nope.
Yay.
These kings and queens.
Here we go.
6 and something for the losers.
Ace 7. That's a good roll right now. 3, 6,
And
4.
damn it, why is that
Wow.
6 gotta be there? Son of a bitch.
That is terrible. 3, 4, 6. 5. Joker.
And it's not even like my 3. Oh, Shawnee got a Joker, thank you.
Yes. Jack 10.
That's me first, unless Johnny wants to go.
She's gonna wait to see how you fare.
Alright. So spirit is to get rid of my shaken, right?
Correct.
Don't want to do that to you.
Do you
Ugh.
do you have
Dear.
combat reflexes? I think someone here has combat reflexes. So that gives
Oh.
you a +2. So you
It does say 5.
Yep.
Alright, so I forgot about that. Oh, but I have. Oh, it doesn't count for my wounds. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so can I pull up stakes and throw my winch on it? Like attach myself to it?
You can try, yeah.
Let's do that.
Okay. Make a fighting check.
Wait, what just happened? What
I have
was
a
shaking?
tow winch. I got rid of my shaken. I just rolled it off.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna pull my stakes out and throw my tow winch onto that thing.
He's got combat reflexes, so he gets a +2 to all spirit rolls for his shaken, so he didn't have to spend a penny for it. He got a +2, so he got a 5 and succeeded.
Does his wounds matter?
No, doesn't affect shaken.
Otherwise,
Doesn't
you'd
affect
never get out of
shaken.
your shaken.
Yeah, you'd never. It
Yeah,
doesn't
that's
affect.
right, that's right.
I don't do that.
It'd be a never-ending cycle of...
Right. It doesn't affect shaken or soak.
So it's a 5 minus 2 is a 3. I'm gonna spend a penny to add a d6 to the
Okay.
roll.
It's got a pretty good parry.
So now it is a 6.
Okay. As you throw to try to catch it, it takes the shield and swats it down. So it is
Oh boy.
the tow line is locked into the ground if you want it.
Okay.
You
So
have
still
a
use
you have
it,
something there if you want to try to do something else with it. You are unhooked. Shani is shitting herself because you're over there.
Shani, oh.
You're over there she's like, looking at you. You're still recovering from the jump over there, and she's like, "What the hell can I do?"
I'm fine.
I'm fine. This thing is fine.
Turn the low ammo canner back on.
She could try to call lightning down on it. At least try to shake it.
Any little bit helps.
Right. If she can just pause it for one turn, at least it's not going to detonate that missile on you.
She's got a +2 to this.
Jesus. She's got a 10 and a 6. And a 1 and a 2. So she had a 12 and a 7. 12 is still a hit with the lightning bolt with a raise.
14. Right?
Yes. 14.
She has +2 to everything.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta make sure Shawnee gets that +2. This is important.
She got a raise, so it's -2. Still succeeds. The lightning bolt hits it. It doesn't seem to affect it.
Luckily, it's my turn before its turn again.
Jack, right? No.
No, I don't.
You have a shitty set of cards, so.
Thank you. I'll be standing over here. Bye, James.
Wow.
Bye.
Right. Looks pretty imminent.
That would be terrible. But shit happens.
I was playing it too loose.
How far apart are we, by the way? I'm just curious for when my turn comes around.
73 feet. No.
Well, you're 2 jumps away because you know that you have to jump down and jump over.
And how much could I jump? How many? What's my range in yards?
It's 72 feet. 'Cause
72
it
feet,
was,
24 yards.
Like my range on my weapons, are they?
Oh, those are in yards. Yes.
Okay. So is he more than
No, he is definitely in range. You can shoot across at him easily.
like even 15 yards away, or is he farther than that?
He's 50, a lot farther than 15.
60?
He's 100, well, yards.
So, well, I mean,
24,
if it's two- if
48.
it's-
He's about 50, 60 yards away.
Okay. That's all I need to know.
Forget about it.
Just trying to figure out if I can throw the rope that I have for you.
This rope.
I grab it. I'm still toe winched into the ground. Like, damn it.
I got
Yeah, the rope snaps because I weigh half.
That's my plan.
It's circling around and backing up a bit. Backing up about... It's trying to back up so we can detonate that missile, but it's backing up. No, it's just going to detonate that missile. It's backing up out of range of the
Don't
large
make it
break.
too easy for me.
No, I mean, it's
get
like
it.
I'm trying to think of like all the things it would do, but like it's got the thing in there.
The missile's
You're-
out of you, though, right?
No,
No.
it's in him.
No, it's
I
still
tried
in
to.
you?
What I was trying to do was toe winch it because then it can't get away from me. It can't detonate it. And at any time, I can shoot my boom gun as long, and
Oh,
I'll
you're
stay
trying to
right
keep
Yeah,
there.
it next
you could
to
essentially boom gun the fuck out of it because
Yeah.
you'd be hooked to him.
And my hook missed. It was a good plan. It just couldn't do it.
And he's surprised you didn't try to rip the missile out that turn.
Because
But
if I
that was a
failed,
good
it was
one,
either
yeah.
way. Like I was
That
trying
was-
to convince.
That was a good thought, but it didn't go that way. Shawnee failed her try to saving your ass,
Mhm.
so now it's going to get it off, and that thing has penetrated your armor.
Yep.
So it's
So
penetrated you, and now it's getting it off.
it's getting it off.
Oof.
Yep.
Nice.
Sounds like a rough day.
I don't mean to pick on your characters, but
No, it's all good.
goddamn.
You're not picking on them. They just make bad decisions.
They make that decision, and you're also very dangerous.
Yeah.
So they have to go after you.
I was like, yeah, this thing literally leapt over me and Shawnee to get to you.
Next week, there's going to be a different name down here.
Yep, there's going to be another name. All right.
Weak. What about my IRMMS? Can I set that thing off to try to survive?
Yes.
That'll happen in a minute.
That'll happen in a second if you survive this. All right.
Also, if you don't survive, you might as well just bring back Renan.
That's true.
You're going to that location eventually.
That might actually be alright.
At least you would know better how to play
Fuck you.
Detecting Wizard. I'm just saying,
we're
when we
getting
both
rid of-
first played,
Just kidding.
We're
I'm
getting
just
rid of the
kidding.
dick thing. Though.
No, absolutely.
We're both
He's grown
amateurish
up.
as fuck.
I'm just
and we
teasing
ended
you.
up-
I'm just teasing you.
All right. I need another D6.
Fuck you. I shouldn't be. I'm not gonna do it. You're so mine. Make that laugh. Pause, pause, pause. You just laughed at yourself. Wait. Fuck role playing.
No sound. You can hear us, right, GT?
What is that? What is that?
It does like 20 d6 damage.
It got a really crappy roll. 6, 12,
Oh, it does. It only
and
has
it's
to hit.
14,
It'll
15,
kill
16,
you.
17,
Yeah, it
18,
still just
19,
has to hit.
20, 21, 22, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 29, AP 15. So your armor is
29.
29. How much of that is armor?
18.
18. So it takes the entire 15 off. So your armor goes from 29 to
11.
No,
14.
14.
15 minus 15, right? 29 minus 15, 14?
Mhm.
14. It got
29.
29. So 14 to 19, 19 to 24, 24 to
29.
29 is 3 more wounds.
Yeah. That's
So-
that.
You can soak.
Soak it up,
But I can only knock off 1 wound.
No, you if you stage, you take off a wound for every stage. So
You gotta stage like a motherfucker.
for every
right now.
for every raise, you soak a wound.
Vigor, spirit.
Bigger.
But I get
Soak
plus
is
2 to recover. That's what it was.
No, plus 2 to recover from shaken for combat
Oh,
reflexes.
that's right.
This is a soak roll. There is something that gives you bonuses to soak rolls.
Yeah.
But you don't have that.
So 5 minus. Oh, no,
No
minus. So
minuses.
5.
Okay, so that takes out 1. You can only spend a penny once to reroll.
I need these. So,
No, you can only spend a penny once.
oh, okay.
You can't. Well, no. I'll let you reroll the soak
No, it's
once.
No, not re-rolling
'Cause-
the soak. That was that.
Oh, you spent the penny to do that.
I spent the betting to
I thought you
soak.
already handed it over.
I did.
Okay, yeah. All right. That's it.
That's
Right.
it. Yeah. So that's 2 more wounds I got.
Uh huh.
Yeah. So that's incapacitated.
Incapacitated plus. So now, is that yours? No, this is yours.
Whoa. Fuck you.
Your Irma system goes off automatically.
Yeah.
Do you want me to roll it, or do you want to roll it?
Just roll it. I'm incapacitated. It's
It's 1d8 plus 2, right?
it's 2 8 plus 2. 2d8 plus 2.
1d8 plus 2.
Why do I have 2
Oh.
d8 plus 2? Huh. Misread
Let me
that.
check.
No, you're probably right.
Want to get it right. Irmis, d8 plus 2.
Yeah,
Okay.
so that's why it's
Um,
2 8 plus 2 instead of d8 plus 2.
So d8 plus 2 on the healing check.
And that's 1 Ernest use.
What does your Irmis do?
It's an automatic healing system that I have put on that I was like, I'm not going to need this. And now,
Now, right?
Ah!
Ah! Important updates are pending. Yeah, screw off.
Not right now, please.
Does that show up on the stream? There's like a big blue box.
No. If I was doing screen share instead of just coming from the cameras, it would have. Yeah.
I don't know how computers work.
Hey kid, I'm a computer.
That thing I'm spraying with the hose, that's a computer. Ask your mom why you just blew $300. Are you looking for the Irmis?
I'm looking for what healing does because it just gives a healing roll. So I was looking
Oh,
for
that's
what's
right.
healing.
Yeah.
All right. So this is what it does. Healing, you roll and subtract the penalties, your wound penalties.
So 4.
So
3 wounds and an incapacitated? Is that 4?
no, it's just 3. It only maxes out.
Minus 3 then.
So I rolled an 8, got a 2 after that, so I got a 10, plus 2, so I got a 12. So minus 3 puts it at a 9. That takes away, that's a raise. So 1 with a raise, that's 2 wounds that it does back. So incapacitated and you're negative 3. So you're back to negative 2 wounds. Your Irma system has 1 spent charge.
Yeah. So I have 3 left to go.
But it can't be used again
No, I know.
because the bots are already in your system doing what they can.
I have to wait for a full rest and
Yep.
a flush. Yeah.
You have to wait at least like 10, 15 minutes.
I didn't know
So
because there's extras. You get +2 for healing actions for the rest of the day,
Right.
and they're flushed. You can only use it once today.
yeah, so if Shiny gets over there and magically heals you, the bots will even help her because she's getting aid. But yeah, you hit the ground. I'm going to call it. You're still shaken because the Irmis brings you back. So you're shaken. You're on the ground. You're obviously 2 wounds.
I'm hurt very badly.
And your armor is compromised. There's a hole here. Again, the paint, the shiny scraped off on the front, all that fun stuff. So,
Oh, look, it's my turn.
So you saw that thing jump over there, hit him. Then you had to jump from the land side, and you look up just in time to see him go. And then you don't see him again. You see the thing is still standing there. Yeah. There's like his little indicator in your HUD is going nuts.
Alright.
So what do you do?
I shoot.
Oh, the Irma systems.
Like shoot at some of the Legionnaires.
With my awesome grenade launcher that I can change the type of grenade in it.
What are you shooting?
Switching to fusion.
Of course you are.
3 of them.
Uh-huh.
Hopefully all 3 hit.
7.
Benny?
Like really?
I'm throwing D10s. How do I not at least hit 4? Like A4.
Dunk, dunk, dunk.
9, 9.
Well,
6 got a reroll.
8, 9.
But your 6 is a reroll. Yeah.
7.
The good old 7.
The good old 7.
So 7, 8, 9.
7, 8, 9 is hit. 1 with a raise, but when they're fusion, they only get 1 effective raise. So do it up.
This is all stacking, right?
It all stacks. So
I might as well just roll all 3.
Yeah, it's 1 roll. So what is it?
Well, it's 2d8 for 1.
Yeah, so it's 68. AP.
You have one of my other D8s.
AP 18, right? 6 individually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This one? And the raise doesn't matter, right? So it's just the 68.
You had the D6.
Okay.
It just, if you got a raise on more than 1, it doesn't add more D6s.
So 68 with a 1 raise. AP 18.
18. Dunk, dunk, dunk.
Jesus Christ. Just add it all up first before you do that reroll. Oh, 2 rerolls.
Yeah. So 10,
13.
15, 21, 29, 35, right?
Plus
40,
10, so 45.
45.
45.
AP 18.
Wow, that's like a boom gun.
It's close, but he has to hit with all three.
Yeah. You were holding on to that one for luck, I thought. Oh, it was that one's the one you were holding on to.
Well, all right. Screw him. Yeah, he's dead.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like
fusion
I tried to soak for him, and he got only one. That thing just like, and it starts as a bright light and heat wave, and then the other one hits, and it just like novas up, and you just see like it rears back, tries to get away from it. Its armor just melts and blisters. All of a sudden, you see what you think is a person inside for a second, and then that just turns black and chars. The missile launchers on his shoulders detonate. The railgun ammo, well, not the railgun ammo, the laser power pack on the side blasts out.
I'm on the ground assuming it's my equipment.
Like your gun, like, up there goes the good boy. God damn. It falls back. Here, hold this. It falls back on his haunches and just continues to sizzle and melt as the fusion energy just starts eating it. It's this little mini boom gun. And, that's to be continued. The laughing suddenly stops.
That was way closer to death than I wanted to get.
You're lucky you picked up that Ernest.
Dude, that stupid thing, I wasn't going to get it. I was like, I'm inside my armor. I don't need this thing. Then it was like, 42,000 credits. And I was like, I'm riding large. Fuck it. That was like the last thing I purchased. I was like, put it on, wrote the stuff down. Cool. And look at that. I didn't have to make a new character yet.
All right. Thanks, GT, for joining us again.
Mm-hmm.
We'll finish up the battle in the canyon now that you've taken out like almost all of the secret weapons. The fusion missile launcher, the Metzlin tank, and now the Katani Centaur power armor. Now you just got to find that damn barge and see what you can do with it.
Just, try to not blow it up.
Tomorrow night,
We got neural maces.
you have to get
I have stun grenades too.
you have to get close and get those. You have to get the Alteri
I
off.
was going to say, if you can get the girls off, I can blow the fucking barge up.
Yeah.
Slowly.
Tomorrow night we will be playing D&D, 9 p.m. Arizona time.
Whatever time it is for you right now, an hour before.
Yeah, an hour ago tomorrow night.
Yeah. Because it's about to be 10 for us.
Wants to take us out.
I thought that was a D&D thing. You're Wileyverse. Get in there.
Yeah. Get in there.
All right, guys. We'll see you next time. Thanks for joining us.